Hello.
Testing.
Hello.
Testing. Test 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello. Can you guys hear us? All right. Sorry about being late, everyone. I had to print this packet out about East Palestine, not about the train wreck in East Palestine. And what?
But it was a train wreck.
You need to specify.
It was a train
You need to
wreck.
specify at this point what train wreck.
Yeah.
Because
There's
dude,
a lot.
East Palestine is all over the news for multiple reasons right now. Little tiny East Palestine, all kinds of crap going on.
Yeah. Drive through it and you're like, there's no way that this city would attract controversy ever.
Dude, I just don't understand. Oh, before we go on to this little fun adventure we have today, do us a favor. My name is Luke from the MLO Bros. This is Joe from Youngstown Studio. Can you please like this, follow us, and share this? I need you to share this. We're going to get some word out on both train wrecks in East Palestine just to discuss it a little bit and go from there. And again, I had to print this big packet out. Oh, and then, dude, we're going to have fun. At 9:45, Jimmy the Deuce is coming in from Car Culture.
It's going to be amazing.
Okay, we get to ask him every question. You ever go buy a car
Yes.
and feel like you're getting ripped off?
Yes.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to hammer him with questions. Can we, the phones? I'd open the phones up when he comes on.
I didn't.
Okay.
No.
Maybe we can later. You're busy.
Yeah.
I get it. But to have people calling.
I'm kind of late.
If you
I'll
were
get there
ready,
eventually.
if you were ready.
But so we have a bunch of car dealerships as customers.
You do.
And yeah. And so when I go there, I watch the vultures as when you pull up in a car,
Yeah.
they start swarming. They start circling over
Yeah.
top
And
of you.
kind of looking and oh yeah. Weird looks. It's kind of like, I feel like I'm a girl at a bar and there's all kinds of guys staring
yeah,
at me.
with Big Hog, they're looking for it.
Yes, exactly. And it's kind of creepy. So I want to talk about that. Sometimes I've gone and bought cars. It's taken 6 hours. And I wonder if they do that on purpose because I feel like they're dragging it out just so you get sign the papers. It's weird. I don't like buying a car.
So when you compare something that going to a dealership and spending 6 hours of your life picking out a car versus Carvana where you hit a button and they deliver a car.
Yeah. And he said the fees are, I'm really excited. So Jimmy the Deuce coming on.
Would you rather pay for the convenience of something taking 30 minutes and paying more versus taking more time but getting a better price?
Depends on how much money more it is.
Okay.
But time is money,
Yes.
but it gets to the point where paying for convenience doesn't make sense.
AI
Is that fair?
solves. Yeah.
Is that fair? It's kind of like a little, a curve, like a map.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Isaac will be back on Tuesday. He is still cast away somewhere, but he'll be back. So
Totally naked in South Carolina.
Exactly. So, all right. First, East Palestine train wreck.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Jed York first because we talked about him a little bit. So what stuff have you, I read some stuff first off, it's everywhere now.
Yeah.
They had to release the video of him getting out of the car, getting arrested. Rumors are he was there before. Did you hear he moved in with his parents?
Yeah.
Because to cover taxes. Did you hear that? Because that way he doesn't have to pay taxes. It is a smart move, right?
Heck yeah.
So then he's with his parents,
Right.
sitting at home. He's like, God,
In the basement. Nice little suite in the basement.
I gotta get some. He's sitting there. It's like, I gotta get something. Relieve the stress. So why not go to East Palestine and get a hooker?
Are we too hard on judging the Jed Yorks of guys with money? He goes to a East Palestine, $160 worth of sex.
140, 20 for the tip.
20,
Yeah.
20 for the tip.
For the tip. Oh, I'm glad
For
you
the
got
tip.
that.
Yes,
Yeah. 20 for
you.
the tip.
Why begrudge a guy for just wanting to pay for something, the oldest, industry in our culture?
Are you seriously?
Why not?
Because he's got $8 billion.
So what?
Go to the bar.
Yes.
Find yourself.
Too many strings.
You think?
Yes.
He's got $8 billion.
Charlie Sheen.
Those strings are
the Charlie Sheen philosophy on hookers is the best philosophy there ever was.
What is that?
You're not paying for sex. You're paying for discernment to go away, to never call me again, to never write the newspapers.
So you're saying, okay.
Yes. You're paying.
Fly to Vegas,
Yes.
where it's legal,
Yes.
and get a hooker.
All right. I might have done that.
That right?
That was probably easier.
Right? Instead of I don't understand.
But do you have any kinks? Do you have it?
That? See, that's got to be it, right? He has a kink where he's like, oh, I love me some trailer.
So
trash.
you go to Las Vegas,
right?
They assemble the cast of the most beautiful, most sophisticated hookers that you can get. So when you're paying a top dollar, you're like, I know what I'm getting.
Maybe.
But what if you went to a small town,
right?
And there was just a regular girl
that's got to be it,
regular proportions at a regular rate. That might
regular
be
trailer.
enticing.
It's got to be it, right? There's no other reason.
Well, if poor people can flirt with rich lifestyle as something that's endearing and enticing, then rich people can go to the poor population and partake there.
Can somebody help me at home?
Yes.
In the comments, explain to me why you're worth $8 billion and you go to East Palestine Trailer Park. That's it. It's got to be a kink.
Totally a kink.
Got to be a kink. I'm gonna go down there and get me a girl that's poor and I'm a rich guy, right? It's gotta be
right.
God,
but why begrudge a guy for that? If it's between two consenting adults and both of them are happy on the other side, there was no beating, there was no.
So
malice.
Are you for prostitution?
Yeah,
you're 100% for legalizing prostitution. Really?
As long as both people okay. So let's just
say
what about
like trafficking and shit like that? That's the line, right?
If people are held in the industry against their will,
right,
then I have big red flags.
Okay.
But if it's like
two consenting adults, somebody
who's like, hey, I'm doing
right,
gig work, I'm delivering meals and picking up groceries and whatever, and I want to do some sex on the side, I'm not against that.
Two consenting adults, not kidnapped.
No pimps. No trafficking. Just two people, individual transaction.
Porn.
What about it?
Paying for sex. Well, they're not paying for sex. You're getting paid to perform sex. So I guess it's different. I was thinking like it'd be
so if you're not brilliant and you don't have a lot to offer, into the marketplace, and all you've got is boobs and a body, and you go and market that and sell it into an OnlyFans.
I guess it's kind of like OnlyFans.
It's your thing.
It is kind of it's kind of like OnlyFans.
Yes.
Except there's no physical contact. But on OnlyFans, I have to log in, pay. Not that I do that, but pay.
Right.
For
there's a market for that.
Boy, that is true.
But you can elevate that, and you're like, okay, well, like watching somebody on video do what I tell them to do for X amount of dollars. I want to amp it up a little bit. I want in-person, trailer park, East Palestine, a meth addict.
Fair. What do you guys think? Isn't that why you guys go sleeveless? Yeah, I go sleeveless to try and
entice women.
Yeah. No, to get more people to watch.
Yeah.
For the gun show. The excitement, dopamine rush, thrill. That's got to be it too. Maybe it's that. Get on a roller coaster ride and you're like,
100%.
Driving down to East Palestine.
Like once you get to a certain level, though, you have to up the ante of what is thrilling to you.
God, that might be it, dude. We might have solved this thing. That is crazy.
Yeah, I won't begrudge that
happen to this guy.
Yeah, he'll pay a little fine. He'll spend 1 day in jail, and
they waive the jail time.
He'll get embarrassed in the
he
public
owns
scene.
the company, right? So there's got to be NFL policy.
He's going to lose his
position.
His position.
Food and beverage manager, like we talked about the other day. Yeah. Jed said the problem is the women will be unable to find actual work because of a criminal record, and Jed Yorks continue on making their billions. There wasn't a woman though, because it was a sting operation, Krista. So it was the cops that ran the ad on whatever app it was, which is just so like I say that.
Why don't I have access to these apps? I don't know what they're using, but I want to know.
Can I
Dude, don't Google it. If you Google it, you are going to be on the FBI watch list.
Okay, hold on. Where?
Excuse me, Luke. I'm Chris Hansen. Have a seat.
Where can I find a hooker? Near me. In Ohio. Ohio escorts.
See? Legitimate.
Games.
But that's
find independent escorts in Ohio. Dude, this is adult classified.
Does it say I'm not a cop in any of the headlines?
Hold on. This is not good. Wait, Ohio, find independent escort. BJ, you're not allowed to clip this and post this part. Did he just get a divorce? Yeah, it sounds like Joe enjoys his weekly trips to East Palestine. He's really defending it, isn't he, Chris?
No, I'm all about people using whatever skill set they have to be able to make as much money as they can.
York is DeBartlow's grandson.
Yeah.
No.
The York DeBartlow connection. Yeah.
Wow. Uh-oh. Terms of use. I'm in the United States.
Read it. Read it all.
Hold on. I'm trying to get a Ohio. Oh, God. My phone is going to... I'm going to need you to freaking help me after we do this. Youngstown. Don't be a fool or a jerk. We try to keep scammers off this site. Research before sending money. Also, be nice. Don't be rude. Nobody needs that shit.
Share your badge number. Wink.
Okay, wait. Soft skin, sweet smile, and body you won't forget. Like, these can't be real, can they?
No, they're not real. If you want the real ones, have you ever gone to Craigslist?
Is there ones on Craigslist?
So Fast Friday and I did an entire segment about going to Craigslist, finding women who put themselves out on different cities.
Dude, there has to be cops, right?
They're real. I know they're real. I know they're real.
Okay, how did you? So Craigslist. What do I look in Craigslist? Dating.
Adult. Just put adult. Craigslist. Adult
magazines. That's like the first thing I said. Crutches. Crutches job. Crutches. Let's hear. Real cops late to the party. We're trying to find a hooker. For those of you just joining us, we're trying to find a hooker on Craigslist. Real top quality stuff right here.
I will put in $200. I will put in $200 to hire a hooker to come in here and have an interview with us to find out what the business in the industry is like.
It'll end up being a cop and we'll get arrested.
No, I can pay someone. You will
pay a hooker.
I'll pay a hooker.
$200 to come in here
to sit in that seat.
Dude, I'm not chipping in, but because that I don't want to. I'm not exchanging money.
You can ask any questions then.
Does anyone know any hookers? Does anyone know? Because I'd love to interview. I mean, I would love to.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be
find out what it's like.
Do you ever see they have podcasts where they interview like porn stars?
Yeah.
About like what it's like and stuff like that. God, that'd be an
what life is like
as a
in
hooker.
That industry. Yeah. Like, are you making a ton of money? Are you grinding it out? What kind of guys you meet up with? Like all of those questions.
Do you think their pimp would come in too?
I don't think you'd need one anymore.
Really?
Two things: money collection and security. Right?
Yeah.
If you've got an app that is your pimp and it's delivering you Johns, then what do you need?
I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess.
You can keep all the money. Because pimps just take your money.
Dude, I don't see this on.
Pimps are bitches.
There is no sort of anything on Craigslist for dating. Dating, hookers, clothes, computer. I'm not seeing that. Wanted?
We found about 20 when Fast Friday and I did it.
What did you guys Google? Do you remember?
We went to Craigslist.
Yeah.
We went to the Ohio, Youngstown, whatever area. Find adult requests and found a bunch of people who were willing to do sugar baby. That was mostly it. Sugar baby type of arrangements.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it in here, huh? Because that would be, I don't know how you get a hooker on here, but that'd be, what about, you wouldn't call it a hooker. It'd be like a call girl.
A call girl, escort.
Let's try that.
So
escort.
I'm interested in what the sting operation presented to York.
Yeah.
For him to be interested. I want to see what kind of kink he was into. So was it a big girl? Was it a black girl? Was it a midget? Was it? Yeah. I want to see what they put in front of him that made him drive all the way to East Palestine for it.
That is, I'm trying here. I just want to see if I can find it. It's a Craigslist. Escort Craigslist. Find escorts. These are all like scam sites.
Just Me says that Sheriff Green comes in like gangbusters and cuffs Joe and Luke. 27 be like MLO bros get arrested for prostitution. Library ladies rejoice.
That would be so true.
Listen, I know for a fact Luke would not get arrested because he so far has not taken any kind of the bait on any of the prostitution thing. I want to actually pay.
Joe's the one that wants to pay.
I'm going to hand the money for the person to sit there and answer my questions. I don't think that's illegal.
Ooh, so this is called Two Back Page. This looks up, but they got all these freaking fake phone numbers. Like what are those WhatsApps? Like the what apps phone number? Ooh, there's a real one. I do sex at home.
So
payment in
Luke,
person.
Answer this honestly.
Oh, Jesus
okay,
Christ.
let's just say you were in a different place, right?
Okay.
Rent's due in 7 days, right?
Oh, I'd sleep with somebody for money.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, I thought you were.
I'm not done yet. Rent's due in 7 days. You're a little behind on everything, right? You're doing your normal gig. It's not keeping up, and you're like, I got a $600 shortfall. So some lady, some gray hair, blue hair from Poland, who hates the ice cream truck, says, Luke, I want to expand my horizons.
Okay.
Will you sleep with me for $700? Would you take it? Would you be tempted to sell yourself,
I'm
your
super
integrity?
desperate.
You're married, you have kids.
Oh, hell no.
It can make the news for $700.
Hell no.
You wouldn't do it.
No.
You would rather come short on your rent?
100%. 100%.
Okay.
I don't think the only way in my head I'm doing it is if you have some kind of other addiction that's going to fuel from the money. That's going to get fuel from the money,
it's
right?
like 45 minutes to make sure you pay your rent. You wouldn't sacrifice.
How old is she? How gross.
Let's say
it might
60,
be longer than
60.
45 minutes.
Yeah, it's 45 minutes. She's 60 years old. She's just going to do her thing. And all you have to do is go into your zone and deal with it.
I'm in the beach. I'm on the beach. I'm not here. I'm on the beach. Turn the lights off lower. Turn the lights off lower. I don't want to see it. Would you have done the deed for $1 million? Would you jack off Jed York?
Yes.
Joe says yes.
Yeah, $1 million is a lot of money.
Well, you're going to go.
How long do you think it would take? Like, I think I'd be pretty good at it. I think I can get it over within 15 minutes. $1 million in my account? Yeah, I'd probably do it. There would be other people in my life that would disagree with it,
right?
And hold me accountable for it, but I'd still do it.
I don't have to ask. If Isaac was here, Isaac would 100%. Do it for free.
No, he would not do it for free.
He would not. Isaac would be like, I'd probably pay him $20 to let me try it.
No.
Yes, he would.
Isaac, you're not here, and I'm not going to let you be defamed like this. No, Isaac would not.
I wish he was here right now because Isaac would do it for free. That's it. We know everyone knows that Isaac would do it for free. Well, it's going to be interesting. I think this Jed York thing is going to blow over and it'll be done. Yeah. That's honestly what I think.
He'll be good. He will lose his position.
Yeah, Isaac would tip him $20. I'm telling you. I wish Isaac was watching this. Okay, more East Palestine train wreck stuff.
Yes.
You said you really didn't hear about this.
I did.
So there is a new study. Have you guys read this at all at home? This is freaking crazy. There was a guy by the name of Stephen Petty. You getting coffee?
I am.
Oh, could you give me one? I'll listen while I read, while you make that coffee. All right, this is freaking bonkers. A guy by the name of Stephen Petty, he's like a scientist or an engineer or something like that, did his own environmental testing in 2024. All right. And then in 2026, a peer-reviewed pilot study found measurable immune system differences in 19 residents who lived within about 1 mile of the train station. So basically saying their immune systems were affected, and it was 19 people. Okay. According to the government, there was nothing wrong with living there. Remember that. Stephen Petty, the environmental expert hired by the residents, class actions attorneys. Okay. So the residents hire attorneys. They hire the Stephen Petty guy. Says between 50% and 70% of the dioxin or PAH data points he reviewed exceeded EPA cancer screening levels. Remember what I said. He was hired by the class action lawsuits because that's important. Exceeding a screening level does not mean someone will develop cancer. It means the results crossed a threshold used to flag the need for additional investigation, risk analysis, or remediation. Petty's complete report, raw laboratory data, sampling map, and individual concentrations have not been released in a fully reviewable public package. It's not public yet. Residents accepting personal injury payments waived future claims against Norfolk Southern, while some say they never saw the complete findings. So residents are saying this dude had a report that said it was bad. The attorneys never shared that report with those guys. Okay. Why do you think the attorneys would do that?
Liability.
They want paid, dude.
Yeah.
They want paid. The faster they settle, the more money they make.
100%.
Right? Residents accepting personal injury payments waive future costs. I already said that. The federal court rejected allegations that class counsel committed fraud and upheld the $600 million settlement. The withholding allegation is disputed and was not judicially established as fraud. So basically, Petty's figures do not prove residents will develop cancer. They do show substantial share of results crossed EPA thresholds, and in his view, required more investigation. So basically, they had this result from 19 people. Lawyers basically said, it's okay, that's wrong, or didn't even tell the people that were affected and that were in this class action lawsuit, so it could go through faster. Okay, so you fall on this. It gets real freaking shady. Let's see here.
I'm going to take the train companies. Good. What was that?
This might come.
All right, I'm going to take their end on it, straw man it, or steel man it. So let's go.
Okay. Oh, you're going to steel man it?
Yeah.
Why you do this to me?
Because if we agreed, it wouldn't be fun.
Okay. Test reports. Dioxins were detected with substantial share of certain results reportedly above cancer screening levels. PAHs were detected with a substantial share. This is all in his results. Petty did not characterize results that residents would develop cancer. He characterized them as evidence that a problem requiring additional work. 50 to 70 more sampling exposure analysis. See here. This is a lot of freaking data. It's annoying that I don't understand. Jesus. One impact zone sample, which is recently described, showing 3,973 semi-volatile organic compounds in the soil, in the water, everywhere. Some 2015 findings were characterized by 2,821% and 4,825% above control levels and standards.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Do you remember that cloud? Do you remember the day they burned that damn thing?
Sure did.
Why do you think they did that?
Because it was the best of all the worst choices they could make.
It was the best of all the worst choices they could make.
Yeah.
There is a new thing that dropped that those tanks, there was like 8 tanks or 9, whatever, the tanks with the stuff in it. And they were worried about them exploding.
Yes.
Correct? And the temperatures were rising. There was one tank in particular that was on there that Norfolk Southern, which hired the people to do it and tell the town, this is what we should do, and tell DeWine this is what we should do. They were saying the temperature was rising. Before they lit it off, the temperature was down 50% from the night before. And they still did it to clear those motherfucking tracks.
Yep.
So they can start getting money through. That's all that was. I want to say, what was it? 2 or 3 days after that happened, there were trains coming through again. Can you tell me it's not about money?
It is about money. Everything is about money.
Fucking crazy, dude. We got fucking nuked because of money, and these people down there. 20 years from now, when you and I are in our 60s or 70s, I bet people are going to be dying in East Palestine. You think?
No.
You can't even say that with
immeasurable.
You can't even say that with a straight face. Class counsel's response. Petty's dude. His new so the council's basically saying they're downplaying it. Not a smoking gun. Other experts said it wasn't accurate. The settlement reflected litigation risk. Wow. I just don't get it. Dude. So they set this goddamn thing off. The lawyers get a class action lawsuit, ignore data, saying it's bad. They had a recording. A lady went in to talk to the lawyers, and the lawyers are like, oh, ignore that. It's not accurate. Like, they have the lawyers on record. Don't worry about it. You got to get your money or we're not going to win any money. Like, dude.
So let's change it from the emotional tie and the local tie to Facebook.
Okay.
Okay. So Facebook gets sued last week, and there's a settlement of
Did you see that?
$14 billion
For the kid thing, right?
For hurting the addiction cycle, the psychological profiles of kids. Now, of which you get $14 billion settlement. Follow the money. Where does it go?
The lawyers.
Now, you as a dad,
yeah,
like, how much do you get to like really make right on your kids' exposure?
What is it going to be? $20? $20, right? Is that what it's going to be?
So it costs a company $14 billion, right, to fix a problem.
Right.
You're like, oh, this happened and we couldn't foresee it, and we're sharing the liability, and here's $14 billion.
Right.
And zero things are going to be solved. So people are going to get a nominal payout, which isn't going to solve anything. Lawyers are going to make $7 billion on it, right? And then the machine cycles again.
Not to defend Facebook.
Yeah.
But I'm going to.
Okay.
Isn't that the goal of every company, every business, everything that's trying to make money is to get people hooked and addicted to their product?
So you got a train line. Isn't it the goal to get more trains down the line? Isn't it not the same thing where if they have a responsibility to shareholders to make profit and make the most amount of money possible?
I get it. Right? I guess that, yeah. So it's a health thing, but I guess they're arguing that Facebook is a health thing.
It's a psychological health versus physical health.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
So what responsibility does the company play other than you take me to court, my insurance company, and my own liability? I give it, and then the system gives it to other people, which don't fill the actual need that the problem that they caused.
Yeah,
and then we complain about it.
Yeah, that's true. Or you get like the food industry shit where the lettuce goes out poisonous, right? Or people are sick, everything else like that. They pay some fines, just keep fucking going.
Fight Club. Favorite movie in the world, right?
Yeah.
You remember Fight Club?
Oh, yeah.
He was an insurance adjuster.
Yeah.
He basically took accidents that were caused by negligence on an automaker. And his job was to compare what the lawsuits would be versus fixing the problem.
Yeah.
And if you don't think that these human beings are putting it through the same filters that we are, like, would you spend $500 to save $200?
No.
So why would you expect an insurance company to spend $2 million to save $1 million?
That's true.
It's just people.
And yeah, right. Exactly. It's just people.
Yeah.
That's the way and it's just numbers, right? It's numbers on a piece of paper.
Exactly. Wow. So if exploding a train and killing 1,900 people means that I can make $200 million
$2 billion. Yeah. Who cares?
More, why would you not do it?
Wow.
Just freaking people.
So how do you stop that?
Well, you have a morality that is either ingrained in your culture or it's not.
Yeah.
And we've decided that we're going to have secular morality.
Isaac.
Thank you, sir.
Isaac, I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh, don't answer it, Isaac. You can tell him no.
You ever go down to East Palestine?
No.
He wants nothing to do with this topic at all.
You sure you don't ever go down there? No.
You see how fast he left today? Bye, Isaac. Yeah. Have a good weekend, bro.
Isaac just said no, and he just walked out.
See?
Come on in, Jimmy. Jimmy the Deuce is here from Car Culture. Hi, Jimmy the Deuce.
Yeah.
What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? How are you? Good.
Joe, this is an honor.
You've never met Joe?
I've never met him in person.
God, this is
influenced my life tremendously.
How did he influence your life?
AI.
See, take note of this. I want BJ put this on repeat. Go ahead.
How did he influence you? Okay,
wait,
real fast though. This is Jimmy from Car Culture. He's one of our major sponsors. Great guy, helped us all out with our cars, everything else like that. Has a fun little Facebook channel. You can come in right into the conversation.
Loves Joe.
Loves Joe. So why do you like Joe?
Joe is so brutally real. And I just love that because he takes out all the humanity of everything. I love it.
He's just doing it right now, actually.
It's the best.
Taking the humanity out of everything.
I'm taking the
you were
end
literally
of
taking humanity out of everything.
Train that killed a bunch of people and hookers. That is my end today. That's what you're supporting.
He's defending Norfolk Southern and hookers
and
so far today.
In general.
Yeah.
You guys have any disguises? Like
turn up. It says turn up Jimmy's mic.
If you have like sunglasses and like a nose with a mustache, that would be helpful.
So we were talking about people being numbers to companies. And we were talking about like the Facebook thing where they what were they guilty for? Like, how much was it?
14 billion.
14 billion for getting kids hooked.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Do you have kids?
Yes.
Okay. Your kids on iPad all the time?
All the time. 24/7.
Is Ryan ever on it?
Not
He's
really.
on his phone.
He made an app that actually mitigates social media usage, and so he is beta testing it, which means he only gets like an hour and a half self-imposed.
That's what I have on my phone.
He's making one of those.
That's
for
fantastic.
kids.
This is your
For kids.
son?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He's killing it.
Fan of Joe.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah. I had to put that. I put that on my phone. I only get an hour in the morning, an hour at night now. Because it's a problem. It is a problem.
You self-impose too. Like you really
I
have
had
to know that there's a problem before you start seeking out apps that limit your impulses to do that kind of stuff. So I give you a lot of credit for that.
The only time I can go on it, and I think it stops the death scroll, is on my computer, on my laptop, because you can't, it's not as easy to like death scroll kind of thing on it. So, and I'm actually like making posts, for work and stuff like that in the podcast. This thing, video. As soon as I start, I'm going to post something for the show coming up.
So do you want to know the stats on this?
Yeah.
So
please.
every age group sort of has the number of hours they spend on a mobile device versus a PC.
Okay.
So anybody from your age group, which we're in the same age group, younger, what do you think their percentage of computer versus mobile device?
50-50.
Not even freaking close.
No?
90%.
Yeah, 90.
On a laptop?
90%
No, on a
mobile.
Wait, we're
to
more
a PC.
addicted?
No. Anybody younger than you.
Anybody younger
than you.
I believe
90% mobile
Or,
devices
100%.
almost never touch a computer.
Oh, my kids never touch a computer.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Tracks?
You said 90%. The only
Yeah.
the 10% would be their Chromebooks for school.
Correct.
Right.
That makes total
Exactly
sense.
what it
Yeah, I mean that
They have
totally
preference
tracks.
for iPads and phones for sure.
Wow. You ever go on your phone a lot?
It's tough because I don't get addicted to it because I'm so busy.
Mhm.
But everybody I work with, like my buddy Dom, nonstop. He could be in a meeting.
Yeah.
He's looking through it.
Isn't it crazy?
It just is
So
what it is.
Just Me said I do my best doom scrolling on the shitter. Now, when I was a kid, it was
Nice.
Reader's Digest,
Yeah.
right? You had something in the back of
You
the toilet.
don't have that? You don't have that? You're
What?
grabbing the potpourri spray. You're grabbing the spray and reading that. I grabbed shampoo bottles growing up.
the ingredients
Yeah,
list
100%.
and like,
It's like,
making sure
I wa-
doctors'
I
directives.
wonder what that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Kids aren't doing that now. It's doom scrolling when they're on the shitter. And I will tell you, toilet time has gone up as well because what would take
Dude.
7 minutes to evacuate the bowels now takes 25 minutes.
We don't let Cameron take his phone into the bathroom because
It's a good
he
call.
takes 25 minutes
Yes.
to take a dump
Exactly.
and then another 20 minutes to take a shower.
Yeah, that's not healthy.
No.
Not healthy.
No.
We might see a decrease in colorectal cancer.
100%.
This could be a positive thing here, Joe.
Might be.
There
Might
was
be,
actually-
but I don't think they're worried about evacuating their bowels when they're doing it. So
Yeah.
they're not actually
I think-
pushing
hold on.
media through there.
There was a study. Wait, there's a study that said if you sit on the toilet longer, it's worse.
It is.
Staying.
It is,
on
but if-
toilet
Like Jimmy was saying,
pooping.
so long that you are still pushing and grunting, you're good. If you're not, if you're just doom scrolling and you're sitting on a chair, it's bad.
Dude, sitting on the toilet for more than 5 to 10 minutes is unhealthy
Yes.
because gravity and the open shape of the toilet seat pull down on your body,
Yes.
trapping blood in your lower veins and straining your muscles.
So listen.
Hemorrhoids,
Yes.
weakened pelvic muscle,
Right.
rectal prolapse,
Yes.
extreme repeated pressure from sitting and pushing can
Yes.
cause a portion of your rectum to slip out of place.
Yes. Yeah. So everybody listening to
What
this
the
right now,
fuck?
I want you to look down. If you have red marks on your legs from positioning, get off the toilet. The
Wait.
red marks will tell you when you're done.
I've been on the toilet so long before, my legs go numb and I have to like stand up and like move around.
He was bitching about his kid spending 25 minutes.
The only
You are the
you want
one.
to know why I do that?
Why?
I blame my kids because I'm up there hiding in the bathroom while shit's going down.
He's not.
Shit's going
He's
down downstairs. That's why. I'm
Yeah,
doing
you
that.
get some quiet in
I'll
there.
hear like screaming, yelling. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna sit up here get a movie going on my phone. After this, legs go numb.
red marks on the
Like
on your
oh, dude, what's that? When you sit in the same spot, you get like a what is it? Not an is it an embolism or what's that called? Where you get like a thing in your leg and your
little blood clot in your
blood
legs?
clot. That's
Yeah.
it. Get a blood clot in my leg. All to avoid my children. Dad of the year.
Set a timer. 5 minutes is all you get. Evacuate as quick as possible. Get really good at pushing on what's supposed to naturally occur.
See?
That's fair.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Thanks. You need a squatty. The squatty potty.
Do you have one?
Yes.
Do you have a squatty potty?
I don't use it. It's in my house.
Okay,
and I've
so
used
let me
it.
tell Jimmy.
Do you have one?
I love it.
Of course.
Squatty
you do.
potty's the best.
You need a squatty.
So here's the thing.
It's the best.
Like when you're on the throne and your feet are planted
Explain
on
to
it.
Jimmy what the squatty potty is. Okay.
Listen, I'm going to do my infomercial for Squatty Potty right now. I'm not paid for this. This is not
Jimmy,
a paid
it's like
segment.
this. When you're pooping, it's like this.
So what you do is you move your legs and knees up, and it puts your
Butthole.
your
Anus.
your bits
Sphincter.
your bits in the prime position to evacuate, right? So it speeds things up. So if you have a 10-minute cycle with feet on the floor, you might get a 6-minute cycle on the Squatty Potty.
And that's better.
It's better.
Okay.
Does it come out easier when you're on the squatty potty, or is it just?
I don't know. I don't know. I have not measured. This is not any kind of science I've ever done.
You need to do an experiment and do it live.
Okay, I'll do it.
Hold the camera.
Right?
One time squatty potty.
One
time
without.
not, and we can judge.
We'll get the average of
with your face and how it's.
Okay, I'll make all things the same. I'll eat lasagna. I'll have pizza. I'll have things that have high fiber rates.
Taco Bell lettuce.
Taco Bell lettuce.
Just
and I will measure and gauge what happens.
BJ, we need an EQ on that. Audio only.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously. I'm 6'6", so every every potty is a squatty potty. There you go.
Knees
Dennis
to your
is literally like, woo.
right.
Wow.
Some people are just blessed with stature that helps that naturally.
Reading room material, Old Farmer's Almanac. That used to be a good one.
That
too.
was really good.
That was a real good one. Squatty potty.
Do you trust those things, by the way?
No.
Farmer's Almanac,
Way
weather.
too far in advance now.
Do you trust
Yourself?
it?
I don't know. I've never actually looked into it. I think there has to be some validity to it.
You know what?
It's been
it
around
is?
for 150
It
years.
doesn't matter because the weather's 50-50 anyway. So they're going to get it right or they're going to get it wrong. Right?
Are you saying Miss Cleo was a liar? Is that what you're saying?
I am saying that.
You might be.
I am saying that. The only guy that I've ever thought was real was that dude. What was his name? Nicholas. We had him in some of the ghost hunts. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
He was freaking crazy. I mean, I might be a whole big scam, but he was pretty damn accurate. He wasn't telling the future. He was reading shit, and he was reading us like freaking books. So it was very strange.
Jimmy, do you believe in ghosts? It's important.
Would you go ghost hunting with us?
I'd go for the thrill, but I've never seen one.
But you're open to it. You're not
Yeah.
closed off that, things that are supernatural, things that are metaphysical might have a role here.
After all the ghost hunting we did, do you think any of that was?
I always have. Like everything that we've done didn't diminish how I felt or didn't support how I felt.
Yeah. That's kind of how.
Yeah.
There was shit though that you and I are. You're more logical than me, but I still, with that ghost hunting stuff, I always try and find a reason why it didn't do that.
Right.
Him and I one time, and I always talk about this. We're walking through what did it?
What?
He and I.
No, he's go on. Everybody knows.
What did it say?
Nothing.
Did I say
Keep
him?
going.
Did I say him and I?
Him and I.
Joe and I. Him and
Joe
I.
and I.
Joseph and
Luke and Joe.
me and Joe.
Whatever you want to do. Go ahead.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Walking through the Mansfield Prison Reformatory.
Nice.
Okay.
Creepy place already.
Oh, yeah.
Walking through, and I think we're going back to base camp, and there's cells all the way up on the left of us. Motherfucker, we hear what sounds like a cell closing.
Yep. A door slamming.
A door slamming. And I'm like, Joe. He's like, yep, I heard that. We go running up. There was no way to recreate it. There was no one else up there. I'm like,
You're sure
what?
they don't spook people?
I don't
just
think
for
they do, right?
The attraction.
No, we were the only people there, and there were a couple people in our group that would fuck with you for sure, but all of those people were not in places that could have slammed that door. And that's why it's still it has an asterisk next to it where it was weird. I want to know. I will never know. And I don't think it was one of the people who would have been fucking with us.
There are 3 or 4 times, we did it a lot, that we couldn't explain what was going on.
Yeah.
There was another one.
Same place or different?
Different places. There was one, and Joe did a sound thing, and he didn't pick up anything on his sound register, whatever that little thing is. Remember that?
Yeah.
At Youngstown, Penguin City, when they were redoing it.
Mm-hmm.
the workers were saying they were hearing voices, they were finding stuff, they were seeing shadows.
Really?
And you got to realize that building is like 1850s.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a bar at one point. So we went in there while they were doing it, and there were separate areas. There was like their main office area and then the building area. I was in there by myself. No one else in there. And I'll show you the clip. I'm like, I'm gonna knock. When you hear this knock, give me some kind of response. I knock. You can hear, and it's on TikTok, it's on the Youngstown Studio. You can hear a person say hello and then like mumbling. And I heard it while I was there. I thought it was Jeremy's daughter, Gracie, screwing with me. So I jump up. I'm like, Gracie, what are you doing? Walk out there. Nobody there.
Oh, man.
I mean, I still get chills. I mean, here, let me see.
So Luke and I, when we do this, like he and I are the ones where I know he'll never bullshit me if he says he heard something, and he knows that I would never, mark something up just for the sake of drama or whatever. So when he says something, I take it super serious.
Here, let me see if I can
You
find
as logical as you are.
Yeah.
What draws you to this?
So, okay. So I
call.
think like under normal circumstances, you're never close enough to creepy places or things that have a high probability. Sitting in your basement with no noise in the middle of the dark, nobody just does that to see what happens. So I think there's some of it that your brain's filling in and creating the environment, and there's still some stuff that you would never hear if you weren't listening for it. So if I went to East Palestine with $160 in my pocket and I parked myself in a
trailer park.
Yep. Like I increase the probability of there's certain things from happening. Fair. Don't know what would happen, but I open myself to things that if I were at the studio, those things would not occur. So going to the Mansfield Reformatory lends itself into experiencing things you wouldn't otherwise experience.
All right. I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to put
the fact that you have it
I just pulled it up on TikTok.
Is beautiful.
So
it's not your mind, then it's
no, dude. I recorded it. I heard it. I was recording it, and I'm like, I'm recording. I'm like, I got that on film. And then Jeremy and I listened to it, and we both freaked. So listen, all right. So I'm gonna turn this. All right, you're gonna say I'm gonna say something like I'm gonna knock again, and then listen real close. Okay. I'm going to knock again. Here we go. Ready? Give me a knock if you're out in the factory. Did you hear it? Mm-hmm. You can hear.
Okay, so let me set this. So,
there was no one in that building.
When Luke and I were there,
you can hear somebody say hello.
We spent the next half hour trying to figure out what could have caused that noise. Okay, so Penguin City's right down the road. There's a road going by. So a semi-truck goes by and it creates vibrations. We listen for cars. We listen for trucks. We listen for things that would have naturally be occurring. Mm-hmm. None of that created the mumbles that he heard on that recording.
Yeah, listen again.
We tried hard to dispel it.
I'm going to knock again.
Your speakers on.
Here we go. Ready? Give me a knock if you're out in the factory.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Dude, is that not creepy?
That's creepy.
I don't know if you guys can hear that at home. Dude, it's creepy. Joe, you brought that home, put it on the side. You said you heard, like, the noises were coming through, and you heard there was no sort of...
So I watch it on an audio processing program that basically shows the peaks and shows like what the compressors are doing and the air conditioning and the fans and regular speech, and it all follows a pattern. When that happened, there was a spike that was unlike anything else that we saw on the graph.
It's incredible.
Isn't that nuts? Yeah. Dude, it's one of the best things we ever had on film. That one, there are other times we've caught stuff like random stuff happening. Another... well, dude, the one
fire station that was
the fire station.
Two things at fire station.
Yeah.
So number one was a temperature drop. I heard about these things where when some kind of ghost or entity comes in that they take in all the energy and the temperature drops like 10 degrees.
It was next to the fire station in Poland. It's the old the tavern. The old building tavern in there.
So three of us are sitting in the lobby of this place, and we're just, the stairs happen to be something where those people said a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
So we're asking questions at the stairs. We're looking for our measuring equipment, and the temperature dropped within 15 minutes. We watched it. We were measuring.
It.
And it dropped 15 degrees within 15 minutes. And there isn't any kind of, any kind of situation in a heated lobby of something.
It was
15 degrees dropping. There's no
winter.
Explanation for it.
Was it day change? Was there any certain?
No, middle of the night, dude.
Middle of the night.
Wow.
Yeah. And there wasn't the furnace exchange was right next to me. It did not kick on. It did not do anything. Like nothing happened other than the temperature dropped 15 degrees.
That was part of the Underground Railroad. That's
it was
100%.
It's an old creepy building. And then what's funny is we go there another time, nothing happens. Right? Mm-hmm. Isaac, the one time was there. He at the bottom of the fire station, which used to be a jail. It's like an old jail. Okay, where they, the new fire station, the newer fire station, I guess, in the village, they built it on the old jail. Isaac and Joe were in the basement, and you were down there with them.
There's a room down there that is closed off with cinder block all the way around. So if you close the door and you turn off all lights, there is zero light that's coming in there. It is zero.
We turned all the lights off. Everything
so
off.
we were sitting in that room in a perfectly dark room. And in the beginning, when your eyes are adjusting, you're kind of seeing like weird blobs happen as different light spectrums start calibrating. Isaac he and I were sitting in the back of the room. He saw a shape manifest in the corner of the room that was like elevated off the ground in the room, robe, dark figure, long hair. He basically freaked out, pushed the chair back from him, right? Because it was scary as shit. Like even when I was in that room the second time,
it's a creepy ass
like my
room.
brain is like, I hope this dark figure doesn't come out here again, because it was the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced. And I'm a skeptic. Like I don't want to see those things, but when I see them, I'm like, how did that freaking happen?
Do you think that one was more like sensory deprivation? Like
that's I think that was Isaac, because you're in a dark room, scary room. The other thing is too, in that room, there's all kinds of electrical stuff like running around you. And they have theories where like that electrical stuff fucks with your head.
Yeah.
And that was it. I mean, how many gummies were involved? Right. Exactly. There were no alcohol.
None of us were inebriated. None of us had any kind of influences, no drinking, no drugs, nothing.
We had the one too at the Manicor, which is like the oldest building in Youngstown. There's an old apartment off to the side. Joe went up there and you didn't feel good, right? Like you said, you started getting sick.
Yeah.
Like
in the kitchen area.
Yeah.
That was,
it was like, and I went in there and I could feel, it felt, Joe and I were talking about it felt, and there were people supposedly that lived there. There was a lady that was like abusive to her husband that was there, and they would like fight, argue. He was like, remember he was gambling in the main thing, and they would fight, argue. She was like beating him and stuff like that. Like I went into this kitchen area, and Joe did too. Joe's in there. He's like, man, I don't feel good. I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. Next thing you know, I felt like something was like grabbing my chest and like squeezing it. And it was like,
what I would like to do? I'd like to take a room and I would like to take like unshielded electrical
and do it
and just expose you to that. No history of specters or whatever. And just see what electromagnetics do to you, what high voltage does to you.
The only problem is there's no power on that side of that building.
I know.
That was the only problem.
I'm trying to.
There were no lights on that side.
I'm trying to make it make sense.
But that was it. And then the one. We've had like weird things happen, noises, but you can kind of explain it. The one thing, were you at the school building with us when you heard the locker slam?
Yep.
Okay.
Explain this one to him, what we were trying to do.
Okay. So we were doing, it was like a game where we have night vision phones and you stream it. There was like a big long hallway in this old school.
100 yards of lockers.
Yeah. Maybe even longer of lockers. Okay. Supposedly, this was on this building was on like Ghost Hunters, was on all this stuff. Big long hallway. So we did this challenge. We're like, okay, here's the challenge. By yourself, and everybody else is gonna stand at the end of the hallway. By yourself with no lights and just your phone.
Pitch black.
You're gonna walk down the hallway to the very end and walk back.
And there's a classroom towards the end that was haunted.
Yeah,
so like you get to walk by that classroom.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, I'll go first. What's the fuck? Or actually, I think somebody went first and it was fine. They came back. And then, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go. I'm streaming live to the Facebook, walking through, talking to myself. Now, again, on your left is lockers, on the right is lockers. There's class, like a hallway to a school. Walking down. All of a sudden, as I get down to the end of this hallway, my phone starts spinning. And we have like night vision lights. The light goes out.
Jeez.
I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Right? And I'm like, guys, I scream down the hallway. Middle of the hallway, not here. Guys, I just lost cell phone service. I'm dead. As soon as I say that, Jimmy, I'm not lying. They confirmed it. A locker slams about 5 feet in front of me.
Could
Boom!
you see
All
it?
of us heard it. This
Dude,
was not
I
a
was
Luke
screaming
thing.
down the hallway to them.
No, could you see, or is it just
No,
audio?
dude, pitch black.
Pitch black, yeah. So
Locker, what did it? I literally 200 and at that point almost probably 300 pounds of me sprint down the hall. No investigative, whatever. Like, oh, I should see what that noise. Fuck no. Sprint as fast as I can down a dark hallway.
So the only explanation I came up with, we're walking down this hallway, abandoned school. He gets halfway down. A raccoon is foraging that evening, and Luke scares the raccoon. The raccoon slams into a locker and closes.
That's
the
the
door.
only
That's
thing we
really
can
the
think of.
only
Could you
thing that's
hear?
likely.
No, I couldn't hear anything, dude. I was
No.
running. But it was
We're reaching.
I mean,
We're
dude,
reaching
it was
with the
reaching.
raccoon.
It was a slam. Now, here's the funny thing. We go downstairs, and there's ghost hunters down there.
You guys heard it slam too, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Loud. And they
But we
thought I
don't know
bumped
if
into
he
it.
slammed it or
Fuck
something else did.
no.
So we thought he was fucking around and started messing around with stuff because he lost his cell phone reception.
Until you see
But when he said he didn't do shit,
when
like
you see me running, or you hear me running full speed, there's
not
no
fucking
way.
around.
Yeah.
Not fucking around.
We go downstairs and we're talking to the ghost. Like there's two ghost hunters down there that like run this thing, and they're like, "What room were you by?" I was like, "I don't know what room I was by."
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "I bet it was 209. We've had that happen before." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here." They're like, "No, 209. Jeremy and I walk up right where it was because I wasn't going to go by myself ever again in that spot. Looking at the rooms, there's 207, dude, it was right by 209. And they said
Now,
that happens
just
a lot.
Being a skeptic,
Yes.
if they're running it, do you think they have any kind of mechanism?
They could.
I don't think they'd ever been there before. I mean,
it was a new one, right?
yeah.
They were
So
in there,
I don't
yeah.
know that they looked
'Cause
at
they
the
were
history
testing it out with us,
beforehand
yeah.
and got it in their brain. The 209 was a hot spot or whatever. They could have done it. I don't know that they didn't, but I think it's less likely because I don't think they knew anything about the place when we went there.
It was freaking, but dude, it was nuts.
Terrifying.
Nuts. So
Yeah.
those are like the main things. Like I said, we have an on and off
Yeah,
stuff.
and
that
I
happens.
think your son at that same place, there was a sign or a banner or a piece of paper that he found with something on it. Where was it? I forget what was
Is it the one that said Schuster?
Did it say Schuster?
Yeah, that was in not Dobbins. What's the one? Rivers off
Okay.
of Riverside.
All right, never mind that.
But that was a different one.
Union at the time.
Wait, is that the one you're talking about? I think that's where we found the Schuster thing.
Yeah.
But I think Jeremy had put that there.
He
to
fucked
scare.
with it?
He
Okay.
was fucking with him. That's actually where I felt something brush against my leg.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just weird, creepy stuff. All
But
the time.
I like that because it sort of tests your mind and what it's capable of like producing.
Yeah.
Right. Your neurons and your whole system. It can create imagination and things that aren't
I
there
agree.
and making it real as could be.
We are, by the way, I want to do one this winter or this fall before. I'm looking for any sort of legit haunted place.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy, what ended up happening is when we started doing this, they started commercializing that interest, and every place that we'd visit
charges.
were things that would charge us for it. They had props and they had things to fuck with us. So it didn't get
Right.
fun because it wasn't like Granny saying it's haunted and we get to go into a pure environment. It's sort of like they got cameras and shit going on, and like it wasn't fun
Right.
anymore because they were trying
Oh.
to curate something that was.
Remember the Airbnb we went to?
I do.
It was Airbnb. It was like $600 we paid. Nothing happened. And I'm like, this is just a total
They had creepy
scam.
dolls and like
Yeah, I'm
props.
like,
It was
this is
so
just a
cliche.
scam.
Camel, there's a documentary. Camel had the projects when the steel mills were down. I don't know if they've torn those down
No,
already.
we were going to go
Those are
down there.
supposed to be haunted.
We were going to go down there, the Steelworks place or whatever it's called. We were going to go down
This
there.
is awesome.
We were going to go down there. And then I started telling people that I knew, like, we're going to go down there and go something. They're like, no, dog.
You're gonna get killed.
You're going to get killed by a hobo. I'm like, seriously?
It's
They're
rough.
Like, yeah, they're like, there's hobos that live in there. There's squatters that live in there.
Mhm.
I'm like, I called the guy. I was like, yeah, I don't think we're going to go. He's like, oh, why? It'll be something. I'm like, I'm good.
Well, all those things are abandoned. So drug users and
Right.
squatters are everywhere down
That's
there.
what we need to
And
do.
those of you who don't know, like in Camel, during the Industrial Revolution, there was a sort of like a push to build housing for people who worked in manufacturing facilities. So steel workers, iron workers, whatever. They built these concrete housing facilities that were meant to have the most amount of people in the least amount of space. So you have this whole campus in Camel that are concrete buildings that nobody would actually live in if you didn't absolutely have to. And then they're just sitting there abandoned, empty, 20 by 20 cubicles that are your living room kind of thing.
Right.
So that would be amazing to hit if it weren't so crime ridden.
Yeah. I'd love to do that. Did you ever go to the place in PA with us? You never did.
What's that? Which
the
one?
insane asylum in PA. That place was creepy as hell too. We didn't really have anything happen. We did have, that was where we actually did it as a fundraiser, and we had people pay to come on, and like there was like a drawing to come with us and do it. And Jeremy and I, we sent them up by themselves to do like a thing while they're videotaping, and Jeremy and I snuck up in the hallway. And we're like ducked down. Jeremy Bryan and I snuck up in the hallway. Okay. And they're doing all these questions and shit. So Jeremy is on one side of the hallway, I'm on the other. He'd like knock on something, and you'd hear the people go, I heard that. Wait. So then they did it again. Then I did it. And they're like freaking out, right? So they're like, I got to go over here and check. I was like, hiding? Okay, wait. I'm hiding. There was like a window, like a cement window to get into another room that was like out. I'm like, fuck, they're going to find me. So I jump like through this window. There was loose concrete.
Good. I hope you got hurt.
Wait, no, I didn't. Concrete falls down. It makes like a boom. All these people are like, oh my God. And I'm like crawling to get away. I have like concrete all over me. Dude, it was so funny. Jeremy like texts me. He's like, dude, are you all right? I'm like, oh my God, I just knocked part of the window out of this room. Oh, dude, it was so funny.
So in the Mansfield Reformatory, that was one of my favorite places to go.
Mhm.
And they have this loft area where when they had a fire there, they housed inmates in this loft area, which is basically a big open space. There's graffiti all over the walls. It's a spooky place. It really is. Bats flying around the whole time. And whatever.
Well, that's it's where they filmed Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, it's super cool.
And so like we went up there and we had like we took another group up there. We had maybe 10 people that were sitting in there. I have nightmares to this day where it's 2:00 in the morning. Like I get up at 5 every day.
Yeah.
Like there's no way I stay up past midnight any day of the week. It's 2:00 in the morning. We're in this creepy place. And I'm thinking, I'm going to effing fall asleep in this chair. I'm going to wake up 2 hours later. These assholes,
100%.
right, are going to totally make this the worst experience of my life. They're going to fuck with me, or they're just going to freaking leave me there.
Uh-huh.
And so I have nightmares about that.
Jeremy and I would totally do that too.
I know you would. I know.
These ghosts had Sharpies and they draw genitals.
Why do I have a dick on my mouth? I have no idea.
Dude, I mean, that's Jeremy and I.
Yeah, for sure.
The other thing, were you with us when we saw the light
Yes.
in the Mansfield Reformatory? Yep. That was the last one. And so there's this place at the very, very top. It's the attic. And at one point in like the 20s or I want to say 20s, it might have been before, it might be 1800s. It was overpopulated and they put all these prisoners in this giant attic. Okay. It caught on fire.
Oh, geez.
And a bunch of people died. Like prisoners died.
Mm-hmm.
It is like the creepiest, darkest place. There's writing on the wall, like from these prisoners being stuck in there. You go to the very, very end, okay? And it's just pitch black. There's chairs there. I think it was me, Joe, and I want to say it was me, Joe, and Jeremy. I think it was that we're sitting there. We're sitting there and we see a freaking light, okay? And it's not like a flashlight where you're just holding it. I can still see this in my head. It's like swinging. Does that make sense? Like somebody's walking, swinging. And dude, I'm loud. Mm-hmm. I'm like, and I thought it was one of the other people, right?
Well, let me add to the story because I was not with you to begin with.
For that?
I was down in the break room with the people that we added to it.
Yep.
Okay. And so when you guys called out that they can start making a round, they can go up to the cell block and walk it. You guys thought initially it was those people that came up and was swinging the light to try to find you guys. I was with them. We were still on the first floor. Right. So when you guys thought it was just another person carrying a flashlight, I said, dudes, No, they
Yeah.
were freaking with me.
Everybody was with him.
Everybody who wasn't with you guys
Yeah.
was with me, and nobody was near
Right.
the entrance
So
to that loft.
It's probably a 300-foot, maybe 2 football feet. It's a huge shine above this thing. We're at the very end. We see this light, and it's like a light, and it's moving like this. And you would think if you see a flashlight, you would see something like legs. It's just the light moving. I yell down the hallway. I'm like, hey, who's down there? It just keeps going. Like same pace.
Is it
It's
perpendicular?
walking almost towards us.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Walking. And I'm like, hey, who is that? It just keeps going. And then you see it. I'm like, okay, who the hell is that down there? And I kind of stand up. You see it. Then just go and like disappear into like the darkness. Like it looked like it turned a corner or anything else. And that's when we call him. And he's like, I am so good at that motion. It's like this, the 2 hands. And Jeremy
Don't
and I are
encourage
like,
him,
we're like,
Jeremy.
Jeremy and I look at each other. We're like, dude, there has to be a freaking flash. It has to be somebody up there. And we call Joe's like, no, there's and then the guards are like, well, people have seen lights up there before. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I get chills still. Like those are like, it's like, what the hell? And that's
the funnest part of these things, the unexplained ones.
Oh, and then there's times we go there and there's nothing happens and I just want to sleep. Like Isaac stopped going because he hates him because he gets so bored.
Yeah, because it's 90% of the time nothing happens, and you got to tolerate the 90% to get to the 10 to the cool.
There's been
10%
times
of
I've
the
like that Airbnb. I almost fell asleep. We did like remember we were all separate, like laying on like in rooms, and it's like, okay, we're gonna do a quiet time for 15 minutes and see if we hear anything. I'm literally like, I'm gonna fall
so
asleep
boring
right now.
sometimes.
So,
How often do you guys do this?
We used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Like we used to do it probably every couple months, and then when it got over commercialized, we pulled out of it just because there weren't interesting enough places to go to.
And then we had people calling us to do it. And we went to a couple people's houses and we're there. I'm like, these people are fucking insane.
Yeah. And then the other ghost hunters started like paying attention to us, and they were too overzealous, right?
Yeah.
They wanted to believe so bad that they were willing to take their skepticism, put on the shelf. And that's when it gets no fun, when it's like, oh, there's an orb, and that kind of shit. Like, come on. I'm a science guy.
Well, we did do a lady in Poland. We brought Greg Nichols because she said she was like being like harassed in her cat. Remember that?
Yep.
And we did this thing. We didn't really find anything in there. Greg went in and kind of talked to her and said, look, this is what you got. She felt better. She texted me after. She goes, I just want to say you guys came in here and I haven't had anything happen lately. I think whatever you guys did call.
So here's my fear,
like,
Jimmy. Let me tell you, Jimmy.
We did nothing.
He does the opposite of what I think actually works. He actually tries to engage with the spirits and piss them off. So I think when we leave there, some spirit that was just chilling, right, enjoying their day, gets mad because he starts saying, what are you, a pussy? And why don't you scare me? What are you afraid of? And I think when we leave there, we're going to have poltergeists that are going to offend these people for the rest of the time.
Jeremy, we're in the prison. We went back to the prison and nothing happened. Jeremy's in that haunted thing with a light. Jeremy, it was the best thing ever. He stands up, walks down this hallway by himself, right? This attic by himself. He's like, hey, ghosts, you guys are a bunch of bitches.
Right. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Like, we're not mitigation services. We're not Ghostbusters. We're trying to make your life better. We're trying to leave you with specters that are harassing you.
The one we were with this lady, like it was quiet. We did the normal stuff. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I start talking shit to this ghost. I'm like, so you think it's cool to pick on a freaking girl? An old lady? Come on, I'm here. Come on, tough guy. Where you at? Like talking shit like that to this ghost.
See, I think it was more Greg. Greg settled down the spirits even when you riled him up. No, it was not you.
I was like, come on, let's go right now. I don't know. You gotta throw something at me, bitch. Like I'm walking through this haunted house.
Greg knows what he's doing. You do not.
So, anyways, if anybody has any place, I'd love I don't want to go to people's houses. I want to do like businesses, whatever. Let us know. I would love to do a ghost hunt before Halloween just for fun and goes live, and we'll bring Jimmy with us.
Okay.
Fresh meat is always more fun because you put him in a room by yourself for like 10 minutes.
We need a new Gracie because that 18-year-old, real naive at that point to these things, because they get to experience it,
dude,
without any, what?
Lucas would be really good at that.
Lucas what?
Lucas is terrified of everything. Like he's a very scared.
Firehouse, right?
He did that one.
He did. He was
He wasn't.
Poland fire station, right? That was the one where the basement had the specter and whatever. But in the dispatch room where their computers and phone lines are, Lucas was stationed there. And we thought like that was the safest place to be. That was home base. Like nothing's going to happen here. He was more freaked out than any one of us because the clock started messing up and like bouncing back and forth. He started hearing footsteps. He started hearing voices. Totally freaking out. And so like those are our best candidates because they're not bought into something's going to happen. They're only giving us good observation of what is happening.
There was like videos. We had video, like we had a camera set up, like pointing down to see like base camp. And you could see him like stand up. You see him like, and then he kind of ignores it. And then he's watching and he's like, and he stands up and he like peeks around and he's like, guys, there's something in this room up here. Like he's free.
Yeah, we're sitting in a pitch black basement thinking something's going to happen here. And then the lighted room in base camp is where everything's happening.
And then we were up there and you could hear like stuff moving. It was creepy. The whole thing's creepy. But again, the ghosts are the reason why Luke's truck, that could be it. Why my truck sucked.
It's fair.
Speaking of trucks, dude, guys did a good job on my truck.
Look at that segue. That is the best commercial segue I've ever seen in my life. Huh? That was good.
That was good. So let's talk about ghosts and we also talked about here's another segue. We also talked about hookers and sleazy guys going to get hookers. Let's talk about sleazy car salesmen.
Yes.
While you're here.
My favorite.
Everybody has a story about sleazy car salesman.
Oh, yeah. And if you have questions to ask him about sleazy car salesmen, do you always want to know why they do this? Now's the time.
Call in.
So let me interview you about this part.
Go right ahead.
Okay. So the car industry is very competitive, right? Money's to be made when you sell things.
Correct.
So do you begrudge people for taking on a tactic that's effective, even if it feels slimy?
The fellow salespeople?
Yeah. Other people, not just you guys, but other people in your industry.
I do personally.
You have a problem with it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It drives me nuts. It's not an industry I was supposed to be a part of, and I love my job. And you don't have to do it that way. That's what bothers me. Like you can do it the other way. We do it every day. And I'm biased, obviously, but you don't have to do it that way. The problem is I don't want to begrudge all of them because their managers, the people that they've worked for have taught them this. So some of them don't even know they're doing it sleazy and crappy and shit.
Because they were taught that.
Because
way.
that's
all right. So let me share something with you.
Yeah.
I'm 19 years old. I'm going through sales training. I'm taking the IBM, Microsoft, like every technical company that has a sales program. I was taking it because I want to know how sales were done, right? And one dude was in a meeting, being 4 other people, and he said, "Here's the deal: if you can get someone to hold a pen, you are 60% more likely to get a contract signed. So take a pen and find a way to get it in their hand because they're likely to sign it." So statistically, I'm like, oh, the math is work. If you're not holding a pen, you're 40% chance of signing it. But if I can somehow drop a pen in your hand, you're going to sign that with 60%. Is that sleazy?
In a way, yes. But it's also like there is a job you have to get done. So because it's a tactic, I believe that's sleazy. Like, if you can't genuinely sit and connect with somebody and sell your value and sell your truth, why you got to give them a pen? You know what I mean? Now, because the statistic works, I'm sitting over here and I'm analyzing that and I'm like, well, I guess it makes sense. But it's still like, if I have to give you that pen, if I have to convince you or trick you into holding this.
Got him, Jim.
You lost already.
Yeah.
Got him.
So,
got him.
Okay, second tactic.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm looking at you right now and we're making eye contact, we're on equal level. If I can look an inch above your eyes and look at your forehead, I have exhibited dominance over you and I can control the outcome of the sales. So wait, I'm giving you a pen and I'm looking above your eyes. I'm psychologically dominating you. Is that sleazy?
Looking above someone's...
not making eye contact, looking right above their eyes. You won't know that I'm looking a little bit above you.
Oh, you won't know.
But your subconscious...
I'm up there right now.
Dude, that doesn't work.
I am dominating you, Joe.
Your subconscious will say, "Hey, this is the alpha male," and whatever he says, this is what was taught in the late 80s, early 90s. There's
actual stuff.
Psychologically dominating.
So if I'm looking at your forehead versus your eyes, I am psychologically dominating
me. You're alphaing me and giving me a pen and then dominating me with your eyes says that you're more likely statistically to do what I tell you to do.
Alphing you.
Now, Joe, keep in mind, if you've been shopping for a car in Youngstown, Boardman, Warren, guys aren't trained to do this any longer, but that stuff exists.
That does exist.
It totally exists.
And I
this was actually classes that I took where a professional was telling me how to dominate other people psychologically.
So here's the crazy part, Luke, is I don't watch any sales stuff. Like that's most salesmen, that's all they watch. It's their algorithm. I hate it. I think it's disgusting. Like if I can't talk to you and we can't come to an agreement, then I'm not doing my job. And I like the challenge. I like to know I sold somebody something. Like I did it. You know what I mean? So to me, it's if I'm doing it genuinely, that makes me feel amazing that I accomplished my task. If I'm tacticking on you, not a word, but you know what I mean? If I'm using tactics on you, then it's like I'm a schmuck. And those are the guys that I can't stand.
I mean, shouldn't the product sell itself though with cars? Right?
That's what I'm not saying this
like
right,
I tell you,
that's what the layman
statistically, no.
The layman thinks that. I'm not being rude.
Yeah.
Like they think that, I can sell cars. Like it's very difficult. Like it's not, but it is. And there's an IQ barrier where actually lower IQ people do well because they don't hear the customer objection. But think about when you go into a car dealership. Do you go in there happy? Do you walk in the door and you're like, I'm going to buy a car today? Or do you walk in there and you're like, I hate everybody.
Adversarial.
Yeah, right.
I want to
Adversarial,
kill
sure.
everybody. So there is like an actual like process to selling a car. And it's difficult because people don't trust you and you have to take $30,000 out of their pocket.
Yeah.
So it's not like just, here's the car. Do you want it? It's nothing like that at all. You know, there is an actual like process to selling.
I guess by the time I get to the car dealer, if I'm going to a car dealer, I know what I want. I know what we need. This is what I'm getting.
Now you're one type of buyer. There's like 18 different kinds of buyers.
Right.
Well, let me tell you my model, and it would be very effective on you, maybe effective on you. I come from the school of Eric Cartman.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when we bought the theme park?
Mm-hmm.
His model was you can't come, right?
Right.
And so I don't like lines. I'm only going to tolerate you coming into my park, and that made everybody in the world. So early on, like somebody would come to you and say, old 60-year-old grandmother says, I don't understand any of this stuff, and I got $1,000 to spend, and all I do is check my email. I would she would come to me and I would say, yeah, you don't need to buy from me. I could very easily take the sale, but I'd be like, what you need is to go to that dude over there and get what you need. And that lady's like, holy shit, like he could have made a couple $100 from me and by telling me exactly what I wanted to hear. But since he gave up the benefit to somebody else to get me into something that they need, that person stayed loyal to me for like a decade after I gave up a single sale to get a lifetime worth of sales.
This is kind of a similar thing we used to do when I was single in my 20s. Hot girl at the bar.
Yes.
Hot girl in the bar. Go up, stand out. Listen, Jimmy, go up and stand next to him. And then all these guys are hitting on him just like that. And then just like, oh, hey, could you hand me that? I want to get a drink real fast. Oh, yeah, sure. And I'd be like, man, all these guys are hitting on you. This girl would be like, yeah, I know it's ridiculous. And I'd be like, I don't think you're that hot.
Eric Cartman model right there.
And she'd be like, excuse me. I'm like, I mean,
I don't know what they see.
I'm giving you a 6 out of 10. Excuse me. I'm like, yeah, you're just not that good looking. I'm sorry. But yeah, okay. Hey, I got to go. And then you sit there. The next thing you know, she'd be like, well, are you going to buy me a drink? I'm like, no. 6 out of 10.
Alpha dominance right
and
there.
And she
right?
would be like, seriously? Seriously? I'm like, yeah, you're 6. I'm sorry. And then I'd sit there, ignore it a little bit more. And then she'd start
100%.
And it'd be like, well, where are you from? Next thing you know, boom. Dude. Eric, is that Eric Cartman?
100%.
Same process.
Yeah, as soon as you know human psychology, sales is easy. But
it's actually how I landed Maggie.
A bunch of dipshits figure that same stuff out and they make it slimy. So if I were, Joe Noble looking out for other people and I know how people think and I can give up my own, benefit
right,
and buy in a loyal person, like I'll have them forever. You got to be able to play the short game or play the long game. And I always chose to play the long game.
Now, I have a question though, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm not calling you out.
No, go for it.
This is because I like genuine sales. So did you do that to that lady because you knew it would work?
Yes.
Because then it's a tactic.
Nope.
Or was it genuine?
No. And this is the Dave Ramsey philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So a lot of people will do things for charitable giving because of the acknowledgement that they get from the outside.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you have to think to yourself, would you do it anyway if you knew 100% certain that nobody would ever do it? So I have to process it like, what if she never knows that I did that? Right? Am I doing the right thing for the right reasons is a
Correct, right.
really hard metric to solve. And so I put myself through that own filter, knowing that even if I'm never outed for being a good dude or making the right decision, would I make the decision anyway?
We do that at the mortgage stuff where we have a person come in. Now there are banks that can do stuff like credit unions that can do loans, or some of those farm loans that can do like loans on like giant properties. We can do them, but the rates are astronomical. I cannot sleep at like some people would be like, oh, we can do this loan for you. It's a 12% interest rate. I know down the road, Farmers Credit can do it for 5% or 6%, like for an interest rate. I've never once sold a 12% product to when I knew they could get a 5% because one, I can't sleep at night.
Mm-hmm.
Two, those people respect you more.
Mm-hmm.
And down the road, they send their kids, they send their buddies.
See, you're a phenomenon. You're both a dick and a good dude in the same fucking body. I don't know how you pull it off. I don't.
I'm a dick only for certain things.
Yes. How do you square that?
Trolls,
Right?
assholes.
Joe Danier.
Joe Danier. Both of those trolls. They did 2 out of 2. That's how I work. It's like I want to help people, but I also want to teach people lessons that deserve it. That's the best way to describe my personality.
That's noble.
Is that noble?
I want to be him when I grow up. I
want to
really
teach
do.
assholes that need lessons. That's what I want to teach.
Because all I have is stories about how I'm victimized by all of my actions. I know Luke would crush people at the same time they would help somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't be that. I can't be the crusher and the soft heart at the same time.
Yeah, you don't have that in you, Joe.
What's that?
You're straight Machiavellian. You just
100%. Don't out me for Machiavelli.
I love it.
Do you really?
I love your take because I listen to it. And I'm like, yep, that's a Joe take. That's what it is. Like,
so do you sort of like philosophies from that era, Machiavelli and Carl Jung and whatever? You dig that kind of stuff?
I don't know what they're talking about right now.
All right, let's include Luke in the conversation.
There's
some book writers,
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, book writers,
he's amazing.
and they drop some wisdom down on some
fish,
pages.
2 fish, red fish, blue fish.
Machiavelli is a very hard read. It's a very hard read. They speak differently.
I'm not outing you, but he's 100%.
Do you think I can?
But it's not wrong.
Machiavelli. Oh boy,
Machiavelli.
I can't even say
and the most famous book that he wrote was The Prince.
The
Prince.
Spell it for me. MOC.
MACHIEVE.
LI. Yeah. VELI.
Yeah.
I'll do Machiavelli quotes.
Oh, these are going to be good.
Everything you've ever heard Joe say.
Yeah, this is my spirit animal.
Machiavelli is your spirit animal?
It's terrible. Like for 10 years.
You mean Nikolai?
Yep.
Nikolai. It is much safer to be feared than loved when one of the two must be lacking. Ooh,
so listen, let me give context. Let me give context.
Okay.
He was comparing government and princes and the monarchy from regular people. And it was power assertions between those two different groups.
Be a fearful
so if you had he compared princes that were authoritarian and oppressive versus ones that were noble. And he compared, like, let's just say you took a prince, his name was Bob and Tom, right? Okay. Bob is a ruthless dictator. All right. And you took the other guy, I forget his name, and he was a noble guy that was generous and helped people. Who do you think won on the long timeline?
Oh, the feared.
100%. Mm-hmm. So his observations isn't saying oppression and authoritarianism is the right way. He's saying that is the effective way.
That works, right?
It's why the podcast has been going for 6 years.
I'm looking at your forehead right now.
I'm right at your forehead. I just peed on your shoes. You didn't know it. Right under the table. I just peed on your shoes.
This became terrible.
Just peed.
All right, back to you. Sorry. We keep cutting
all over your
and getting self-distracted with him pissing on my shoes. We're talking about cars and salesmanship and philosophies and whatever. I cut you off. Go for it.
No, you're fine. I mean, it's about those tactics. Like, and that even goes to even what we're tying in. If I do it the good way, I didn't just buy every dealership in Boardman. You know what I mean? I make a good living. I do well, but it's not the same. If you do the noble thing, to me, that's the only way I can do it. I'm not going to do it any other way. Is it the most effective? You say you hate those tactics, but they're doing them all day long. You know what I mean? To all these people. So I understand your effectiveness, Joe.
Yeah. And if the customer, like, I think the more ignorant a customer is about something, then it lends itself into being an oppressive industry because if I don't know anything, I have to trust the person.
Correct.
Like I am never in a million years going to buy a car from someone who I already don't know. Right. If I go to just random person, I'm going to get the person on the low tier of the sales spectrum, someone who just started last Tuesday, and every one thing that we just described that's oppressive is going to be in that person.
Mhm.
Right. Because the people who've been in the industry, they probably get referrals and they probably get direct calls, and
Right.
all of their book is made by people that they already know. Wasting time with a 8-hour investment on a naive customer coming through the door is a hard sell for someone who just wants to make money and commissions off of the sale.
The service industry, which come to car culture for all your service. Same thing. People, and it's even, I don't want to say it's greasier because car salesmen are the worst, but like in the service shop, you get grandma comes in. She don't have a clue. Not her fault. Not her business. You know what I mean? But you get these places and they say you need X, Y, and Z. And you don't.
That's
That's our policy.
Because those are
Crazy.
extras that you can get away with. They add a little bit to your margin and what you can collect.
100%.
Of
That's
which
why they
everybody,
do it,
right? So if you got to the end of the year and you had 4 vacation days, would you trade them in for the extra cash, even though you're not going on vacation?
yes.
Of course, you're getting the most value
Right.
out of an interaction, even if it's not noble. Do you take 6 days when you're not sick? That's
yeah.
equally as, I don't know, dishonest, because you're using something which is an ignorant person in front of you that doesn't know any better, and you're giving them information that's
Right.
not right to collect extra sales. And then they leave the transaction not knowing any better, and you make extra commission because they didn't know any better.
Right.
There's no downside.
Well, that was what happened even when I was
Downside
there.
is your soul, Joe.
Yeah.
That's the downside.
What is?
Your soul.
Your
My soul? Yeah. Yeah.
What was
You don't fear if you take a sick day that you weren't really sick. You don't care. You're not considering your soul going to the depths of hell because of it.
It's not, I don't have that big of an existential crisis, but I just don't do it. Like, and I'm not picking on anybody. Like it's
No, I'm
This-
trying to
this
argue
stuff-
with you,
this
and you're
stuff
too
bothers
agreeable,
me.
and I need to.
well, no, this stuff bothers me so much because you don't have to do it. Like we're running a widely successful business the exact opposite way. Like my service manager, Jason, shout out Jason if he's watching.
Yeah.
So honest. He's instructed because he knows how I live. I'm like, don't sell them something they don't need. If they're going to need it in 6 months, tell them you need it in 6 months. We'll see them back. You know what I mean? Like,
well, Jason. So I brought Maggie's car up, and her the hood, like the cable to pop the hood, was broke, and he did a quote. It's gonna be like $350 or something like that. So I'm sitting there waiting. Gets done, comes over. He's like, okay, it's $200. I'm like, dude, you said $350. He goes, yeah, we were there. There's estimates on like how long it takes to finish it or something like that. Some kind of book. We talked about this before, and our guy was able to do it quicker, and something else was and so it was cheaper. I'm like, wait.
now that's car culture. Think about that.
Yeah, I'm like,
we could
seriously?
easily take his margin, add it to the bottom line.
Oh, dude,
'Cause he already agreed
I
to
would
it.
paid $350.
I already set that pen in his hand.
Yeah, yep.
It's not the way we do it.
Yeah,
Like,
I would pay
you don't
$350.
have to, and that's what
Yep.
bothers me so much about everything you're talking about. Like, you don't have to do tactics. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Just be real. People, I thought when I opened this business, people would appreciate that. Now, there's other variables, where we're located, and driving to Warren is like a chore for Boardman people. I found that out in the last 8 years.
It's like driving
but
states away, right?
Yeah.
You're so
Dude,
far away.
it's
driving,
so far.
we should just be on the moon.
So, all right, let me push
Shit,
back.
I drove up to
23
get
minutes.
I drove up to get Maggie's car. I brought my laptop. I told you this. I
Yes.
drove by my laptop. All my set up an extra screen. I'm sitting in his freaking sales bullpen, like working. And a lady comes in, like, "Hey, welcome to Car Call. This guy will be right with you." Thank you, sir. I was like, "You're welcome."
So let me give you 2 things. First of all, giving Isaac a Subaru that would make him
Oh.
look like a middle-aged lesbian.
Fantastic.
Was that on purpose? Like, did you contrive that?
I try to put the car with the person. He just
Okay,
looks,
it
he
matched
looks-
his temperament,
yeah,
He
his
looks like he's
personality.
like a lesbian.
Okay, just what
He looks like a lesbian.
It'd
Wanna
be like
make
a
sure.
lifted truck,
Yeah.
Isaac.
Okay, so you're doing a business practice that's harder than the status quo, than everybody internet.
Is it harder?
It is harder.
Is it harder?
It's more costly.
That is correct.
You don't make
Do you
as
think
much
you don't
money.
make as much money because of the way you run?
100%.
Yeah, that's great.
100%.
Yeah.
So does that not, and this is my Machiavelli coming out of me,
Mhm.
doesn't it require that a culture and a civilization that gives benefit to that kind of behavior? Like, what happens if the rest of culture becomes transactional and there's no premium for people who talk honest and do the
Well,
right thing
I'm
and
seeing
whatever.
that-
You're basically leveraging that civilization becomes better for
Correct.
that to benefit you.
I'm seeing that right now. I had this discussion this week. Canfield, they had a little Dairy Queen. You know, my daughter, she's in middle school. Okay.
Yeah, the one on the screen.
Right. So you have the little Dairy Queen by the green. She goes to the middle school these last 2 years. All the kids get to walk over there and eat ice cream. But America has gotten to the point where everybody just has to get rich. That's all it's about. Okay. And I'm not judging anybody. Like, I get it. You know, I'm a person too. I live here, but they closed this place where these kids can have a social moment. They can be off their phones. They can enjoy an ice cream with their friends. They can walk there, and they open up one on 224. Now, I'm not here to tell that guy how to spend his money, because now you have a grill and chill and you have this giant restaurant and he's going to make more money. But what happened to the country when like that was important to service your community like that? That's going away like crazy. And we're holding on. We're trying to, as a car dealership, which is insane. This whole thing is insane. I don't even know why I exist anymore, but like
I think that every day.
Yeah.
I think that every day.
He just when I'm in the bathroom for 15 minutes, I talk about
We're-
why
we're-
do I
we're-
exist?
We used to doom scroll, and now we're just crying
Why
as we're on the show.
do I exist?
Squatty potty.
Why do why do I exist?
Squatty potty to the
Why
chest.
do I exist?
But yes, I'm definitely making less, but I'm a very optimistic person. I'm positive about it. We're doing well. Like I'm blessed. So and I asked myself this question when YouTube got big. Like for me, it got big in like 2010, 2011, and obviously I'm a young male. I was on there all the time, and I saw all this greed stuff. They were making all these greed documentaries, the zeitgeist, all this stuff, and I'm like, well, how much is enough? And I asked myself that personal question: how much is enough? And I came up with two numbers in my head. And I'm like, that would be enough. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need more. You know, you can have a cooler car, you can have a cooler watch. But when does it stop that you like don't have to be a
Define term.
POS?
What is greed? What is your definition? What's your definition?
What is greed?
Greed.
Greed is putting your moral and ethical standards below money.
Okay. Being able to
So being crossing lines to get money that shouldn't be crossed.
breaking moral
Legal, ethical.
for in the pursuit of money.
Exactly.
So having a lot of money is not part of your definition. It's
Of
what you're
greed.
able. What?
Having a lot of money is
So you can have $1 billion
And you're
and
not
still
greedy.
not be greedy.
100%.
Okay. What about you?
I'd say like an insatiable lust or desire
Yeah.
for unnecessary resources. Now, I'm not anti-capitalist by any means, but when you get to a point, okay, and here's the other part that's hard, and I'll shout out Danny for this because Danny's buying a car off us Monday. We had this discussion, so he hears me talk about this. He's a longtime friend and longtime customer, and Danny he says to me, well, you know, if you're not worried about money, then give it to me for free. Which is a valid argument if you're talking about argument, right? And I said, well, Danny, I still have a business. I still have expense. I still have employees. So even if I don't personally care for more, just in on a spectrum, there is a part of me that doesn't, right? So it's not like I don't want to exist anymore, you know what I mean? But like there's a spectrum where I'm like, okay, I'm blessed, right? I still have to keep these people happy. I still have to keep this business going. If we don't have a business, we can't service the community. So then what do you do? So like I can't give it to you for free. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that's obviously
You have to
do something.
So, okay, here's a test for you.
Okay.
So let's use the trolley argument,
Uh-huh.
right? So in this
back to the
case,
goddamn trolley. Okay.
in this case, if you do nothing, the trolley will run over your biggest adversary, the most annoying person that you hate the most.
Jeremy.
And I'm telling you,
Okay. Jeremy's on a
that
trolley.
you are
Jeremy's on the
Jeremy's
track.
driving.
He's on the
Wait, I'm driving or
no,
Jeremy's driving?
no. The trolley's going on its own. Jeremy's on the tracks. He's going to be murdered, right?
Yeah.
Now, you can pull the lever, but it doesn't move on its own. You have to take everything you have in your bank account right now and light it on fire, and that will release the trolley handle to save Jeremy. Are you able to save Jeremy by lighting everything you own on fire?
Jeremy?
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Biggest adversary. He's a human life. People care about him. He plays a role in society.
He's Gracie's. I like Gracie a lot. He's like
should be very sad if Jeremy was no longer. All you have to do, Luke, is take everything you own right now, light it on fire.
What about my kids? What about my kids? What about my family?
You're not in this equation.
That's a tough thing
That's
because if you said someone you love,
if I burn all the shit, my kids are going to
the thought
starve.
experiment is not necessarily what your answer is, but how you orient, how you make the decision. That's the most telling part of the contemplation. You start looking at the people that they affect, and even if they annoy you, and
I'm more thinking about my kids. If I burn all the stuff that I own, my kids are going to go hungry.
It's a sacrifice for another human being who's going to die. Okay, fuck Jeremy. That's a t-shirt for sure. All right, what about you?
Have a Jeremy
I had the same process. I'm thinking
here.
in my head, like, if my daughter's going to starve and I don't like this person, as bad as that sounds,
yeah.
If one has to go,
yeah,
it's probably the guy I don't like as much.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the way I look at it. Is I'm going to save my kids. I mean, my kids are everything. So
BJ, don't clip that. I want to know when
absolutely
to die.
Clip that.
Go to car culture.
That is the deepest thing that we've talked about.
BJ, you can literally clip me saying "fuck Jeremy,"
fuck Jeremy.
and then
That's
cut it.
Greed is not going to the trailer park in East Palestine for a hooker for $160. Yeah. So is it greedy that you could spend a good $5,000 on a hooker?
Thank you, Julie.
And you went to the Walmart when you could absolutely afford the Target.
Yeah. Capitalism. Interesting. I'm reading this I'm reading this stuff. I like it.
You have to. Okay, so
I have to read everyone. I have to read everyone 3 times to understand it. But what I like about it is there's hidden things in every time.
100%.
Men judge generally more by eye than by hand. Like, well, that's deep. A wise man ought always to follow the path beaten by great men.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's little things in all these that it's like, whoa. Like,
I'll give you one more. There's 3 things I
read through this shit.
I will give you 3 books to read. Yeah. Audiobook, listen to them, just put them on repeat. And
is he writing?
And then we'll talk. These are ancient. Like these are really old.
It's going to be like I can just do these little words. I'm going to get bored if I do a whole book, but I can just read it.
Okay, do like a
notes, buddy.
Do an interpretation. Have somebody give you the translation because the words are rough. They really are.
Yeah.
The meanings are rough.
This is good. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. That's the leadership thing. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you.
Yep, 100%.
I love this stuff.
Every self-help book that you ever read will make sense because it all originated. It goes from back to those 3 for sure, 100%. Because they just evaluated things that were happening in culture instead of just theorizing about.
Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. That one speaks to me because nobody really gets me.
Bullshit. I know exactly who you are. Exactly who you are. Everybody does.
You're the hatred. Do you know how much hatred I got when I announced I was going on the show?
Did you really? Did you really?
Oh yeah.
From who?
I called your brother. I'm like, bro.
From who?
Realtors.
You guys No, you did. Did you really?
Oh yes.
From realtors?
Oh yeah.
What were they saying?
Like, well, they're doing bad. Those guys are jerks. Why you do it? It's the whole. But I'm a guy. I'm an open-minded person. I want to talk to everybody. So it's like, and I don't think you guys are bad. No. I've met you. I know you guys are good people. But yeah, I was shocked.
The realtors. Mm-hmm. You want to know why the realtors hate us? It's because
the pages. The pages.
The pages. We kicked them out of our Facebook groups. They're jealous of us because we get so much more attention than they do. I mean, it drives them crazy.
Can I give you some advice, Jimmy?
Explained it. Yes.
Luke and Isaac are like a radioactive substance. Okay. The closer you get to it,
vinyl chloride,
the more that is going to cancerize everything that you are. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But there is huge power potential. If you harness it, you are way better than the cancers that will form in your body.
The whole reason this, I met your brother when you guys first started. Yeah. When the Toyota thing happened, and I saw your reach, and you guys called me for that interview. I was stunned.
Yeah,
and it was nothing. It was nothing personal. I didn't pay attention for the longest time. Just living my life.
You were not at all insulted that I just called you some kind of radioactive.
I think
that's an accurate portrayal.
It's like you're gonna get cancer.
Yes,
but you're gonna. There's some pros, but you're gonna get cancer. But
your skin's gonna melt a little bit. As long as you know that going on.
But maybe you'll make some extra money. Maybe you'll
right. There's some power in that little radiation.
It's like a chemical peel type deal.
I mean, that's our whole sales pitch.
It is. That's your brand.
Jimmy has his unique sales pitch. We have our.
You're hilarious, by the way. Yeah, I have to tell you that you and I are both introverts naturally. Mm-hmm. And so to see somebody out there doing public facing things that carry personality and, humor and whatever in it, that's a credit to you, because I know that doesn't come like a natural thing to you.
Thank you. I'm weird. I want to do that stuff nonstop. I like creating, but it's terrifying. And coming down here today, I'm like,
Were you scared coming down here?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know why.
You're very comfortable.
Then you're here, and now it's like we're fine. But like just coming down here, I'm like, oh man.
Really?
Yeah.
You're the only guest that hasn't brought us donuts in the last couple months, by the way.
I was actually going to bring like champagne or something, and I'm like, I've never seen anyone walk in with something, and then I'm gonna be the weirdo. So I was like thinking, I gotta get.
Well, next time, just know that people bring us gifts on the.
I just handed you. I just handed you.
Let me find a Machiavelli quote for that one. He's dominating. While he said that, he was looking at your forehead. He was dominating you.
You have to pay tribute when you walk through the doors, or it's a bad experience.
Menchie's brought us golf balls.
They did golf balls and ice cream.
Oh, that's so funny.
You don't show that on TV.
What Jimmy bring us?
Huh?
Dude,
love. As long as Jimmy keeps fixing my car, as long as Jimmy keeps helping me fix my possessed truck,
that's it.
That's
He's
all
good.
I care about. Dude, that is so funny. Yeah, I would have fucking realtors bitching to Jimmy about coming on our show. You see, it's not in our heads.
Listen,
it's not in our heads.
You have an army of people who do not like you and take every opportunity to shit talk you. If you want to have that happen less, stop creating so many damn enemies.
How?
But the hard part there, Joe, is because I see both sides now.
Yeah.
This is entertaining. I told him when he came up, I'm like, everyone should watch this because it's for our community and you guys are doing a great thing. And you put in the work. Like, this is 6 years old. Like, this is beautiful what you guys are doing.
So let me explain. There's a philosophy called Manchu. Have I ever explained to you Manchu before?
No.
Manchu? Okay. So basically what it is, and I did this when I was 19 years old, and it's basically taking all of the people that you surround yourself with, all the people that you know, all the people you could put in contact with, and you list them out on a spreadsheet to what value they bring to the things that you're trying to accomplish. Mm-hmm. You give them a rating, and when you take meetings and have phone calls, you only include the people with a high rating on your Manchu list. Okay. So in your world, if you take a realtor and you create them part of your army, the value that they had, they are burnable, right? They don't affect you whatsoever.
100%.
But now if you take Jimmy and he then overlaps it with your Manchu and says, you burned all the realtors because there's no high value on your Manchu, but those people buy cars or get cars repaired. Then he says, okay, well, we don't have overlap where I can't burn the same people that you're willing to.
Fair.
So the radioactivity is the Manchu and those people that can cooperate together. So if you found that a business that you advertise with, right, they found it's agreeable that you're not hurting their business by being it.
Right.
But if you found out that then other people judged them and held them into account because they deal with you, you wouldn't begrudge them.
Menchie's has advertised with us since the beginning.
Right.
They know how we are. They know we piss people off. They don't give a shit.
Right.
That's it. You know what I mean? And Karen's literally gone on Facebook where like people were attacking us and defended us. Right. Like, these guys are good. Yes, they're crazy. Yes, they're insane. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I get it. And I get Jimmy coming in here too. Like smoking cigarettes, they bother everyone else around. There you go.
So that's a concern where if I've had probably 5% of people that say, because I do business with these guys, we don't want to deal with you. So I know out of the gate by knowing these people that it's 5% loss off the top. And if you're a capitalist and you're an entrepreneur, that scares the shit out of you because they have no reason to not dislike me. It's only because I like him and I want him in my orbit that I lose them by default. So he has to then increase the people who would never give me two thoughts and say, hey, we do good things in the community. We engage with people. We have conversations. There has to be a number larger than the 5% loss in order for his radioactive behaviors to be beneficial in my world.
Since we have started coming on here last year in the fall, all of our follower numbers have shot up across the board. Is that fair?
Ours has too.
Yeah, yours has too. We're at 30,000 now, which is crazy. Yours numbers has. All of our videos have gone up. The clips that BJ does through the roof, right? So it's like, again, our businesses, real estate and mortgage, are flourishing. They're getting more and more busy. We have people calling us for mortgages. Okay, we're doing a loan for a lady. I don't agree with you guys at all about anything. She said to me on the phone, I think you guys can be abrasive. I think you guys can be assholes. She goes, but I'm going to use you to finance my house. And I'm on the phone with her. I'm like, wait, so you don't like us? She goes, no, I didn't say I don't like you, but I think you guys are abrasive assholes and stuff. I said, okay, so why are you going to use us to finance your house? Because I know you guys are going to be 100% honest.
That's it. That's his play too.
Like, wow.
As long as society will benefit the people who are honest and are straight shooters, they will always value you talking about buttholes to the person that has to sign $100,000 worth of loans, right? And they'll defend it because I know he will tell me the truth.
I have shown up to houses to show buyers houses, and I have worn sleeves, and they will be like, roll your sleeves up right now. Why are you? I was like, well, it's the first time we're meeting. I don't want to roll your sleeves up because you need to be in a sleeveless shirt.
There you go.
The amount of work that you guys put in and the success that you've seen, I can understand people not liking your opinion.
No, 100%.
Okay, it is what it is. But like, you would think that even like on the realtor side, at this point, they'd be like, we want to work with these people.
Yep.
And I'm going to come down here and argue with Isaac once about the hatred in Youngstown because it's crazy to me. Like, you guys are doing a service to your community. You really are.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
And just the way that people say, well, I would never speak to them. Like, why? Like, give them a shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with them. I just don't understand that, like, shunning people.
Here's the thing I figured out, too. Joe might not agree with me.
Probably not.
The percent of people who don't like Isaac and I are in that, put their feet in the same, we're not talking to them, we're not working with them. It is much smaller than
they're just vocal about it.
Exactly. It is much, much smaller than what everybody thinks. I think there are people in here that say they're assholes, they're loud, they're abrasive, they're insane, they're immature, but they still watch and they still do it, right? And they still use us for financing. There is 5% that are like that.
Yeah.
And it's the people that we've really pissed off at.
Yeah.
And to me, I don't give a shit. And the funny thing is, so like there was a post the other day on some random page, and there were people on here like piling on with how we're stupid. It's the same goddamn people.
But what are you doing? And this is for the audience, everyone chat. What are you guys doing that is so like,
you tell me,
unforgivable? Like,
you tell me.
This is an entertainment program.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
Every issue has become dogma, and everybody is politicizing
That's
everything. Fair. And our job here is to take a conversation and argue about it, bring new insights into those conversations, regardless of what they are.
Right.
But there's some people that I love the library, and I cannot stand anybody who doesn't like the library.
That's it.
And so, like, my job here, when you come through here, he's not going to argue with you, right? But I'm going to figure out a way to push on things that you say that are going to piss you off a little bit, and everybody listening pissed off.
It wouldn't be entertaining if you
100%
were agreeing with me.
But the people who get us understand that's what we're doing, and the people who don't are the best part of our audience for engagement. So it works out both ways for us.
Those of you at home, I know followers, everything else. Why do we piss other people off? I want to know, people who watch us, why we piss other people off. I mean, I know like the Ursuline thing, we piss people. We were getting blamed for shutting that program down for football.
But all you did was bring you have an influence at this point.
We
big
brought
influence.
attention to it.
Yeah. Did you listen to Ron Verb? Do you talk radio guy?
Not really.
Okay. You listen to Ron Verb, right?
Yep.
So growing up, he was my favorite talk show host. I was 13 years old. He was out of Medina. He was this guy that would get on the radio. And whatever the issue that came up with was, he would take the counter argument regardless if he felt about it.
Yeah.
He would get people talking, get people pissed off, get the phones ringing, because that was his shtick. Now, I didn't know how Ron Verb ever felt about anything, because I can almost guarantee that if it was going to piss you off, he was going to say the thing that was going to make you mad. I thought, this is freaking genius, because if you don't do that, you get an echo chamber where you just attract people who want to say, I love you, and everything you're saying is great. You say buttholes and you get everybody pissed off, and now they're having conversations and they're influenced.
Minus buttholes. That's how intelligence works. If you hear both sides, you can formulate your opinion. Why would you not want it?
But they don't want to hear it, dude. They want your opinion coming out of
your mouth.
Hey,
why do you think that buttholes can't be an intellectual debate?
Fair.
Great conversations have had their origin in the butthole talk.
So
Is that it?
so what ends up happening, right? Exactly. So what ends up happening is like the library thing. We were staying out of it. They asked, the library person comes on, asks us our opinion.
Okay.
I say, I don't care if the library's moved or not.
Mhm.
I said, which really pissed them off. I think old people get boners off of buildings too much.
Building boners.
They get building boners, and they get they all they want is to save the buildings. I don't care if it moves. You would have thought, like, that's exact. They are cutting my quote saying and posting on their Facebook saying, Luke says old people get boners for buildings. And I did say it, but it was to prove a point. But they take that and then they are so offended by the fact we didn't agree with them, and they attack, and they were saying I'm a bad parent.
Well, that's that's psychological to your influence. Like, they're jealous and they want to use you.
Right.
So
had I said, now here's the thing, had I said, oh my God, I want to save this library. This is fantastic. How dare the Mahoning County Public Library do this? They would have put me up on a pedestal. I would have been going to their meetings. I would have been streaming. You know what I mean? That's in the public library would have been like, oh, these assholes. Like, that's it's
all right.
Crazy.
Next book you're going to read, Carl Jung.
Carl Jung.
Yeah, that what you're talking about right now is the psychology of people, how they interact with other people.
Got it.
Okay, that's your next book read. It's an easier read than Machiavelli for sure.
Okay, good. Start me slow. I mean, I gotta go.
He's a psychologist.
I gotta go redfish, bluefish.
Yeah, he talks
to Machiavelli.
He talks in complete metaphors.
But that's what I'm saying. And it's like you could be on here right now, and there's gonna be people pissed at you,
right?
And you didn't even fucking do anything except come talk to us, right?
Yeah.
Joe takes slack all the time for talking to us, which is just crazy to me. And again, like you said, what have we done? We haven't done anything illegal. We haven't.
You've done something phenomenal. That's the crazy part.
Books are for nerds. Am I a nerd, Luke? Or do you judge me by having literature in my everyday life?
I'm not going to lie. I call you a nerd every day.
Do you really?
100%.
Do you think I'm offended by that?
No.
Or am I self-proclaimed nerd?
I'm kind of a nerd myself, considering I have
different nerd though. Like, you study things like, what is the real world Star Wars, culture like? I'm
not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm sitting at home, I'll go like this.
Do you?
trying to get the cup to move.
Mm-hmm.
Never does.
Get the fan to spin.
Walking into Giant Eagle, door opens. Yeah, you guys.
So which is the worst nerdy? My nerdiness might have some function, right? Do you ever go to one of those medieval fairs? You ever go to that shit?
Not lately.
You ever go to any
I used
of those?
to.
Did you really?
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, like they were over in their Columbiana. There were a couple different places.
Yeah, those are nerdy people that buy into something that has no actual marketplace value whatsoever, but they dive in it and they think they're an elf for a weekend.
Yeah, that's them.
And they enjoy
it's a kink.
It's harmless.
Back to the trailer park. It's a kink. It's a kink. I mean, I'll watch Star Wars stuff, Marvels. I love that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
We got to go. We got 5 more minutes and then BJ's going to get pissed at us. I can't see
what's the actual timer? Because I'll give you. We got 6 minutes.
Oh, here comes Look, he's coming out.
Shit.
He upped the plan.
You freaking cheap ass. You were on a lower plan for BJ.
When you up the plan, you can go over 2 hours now. So
I didn't up the plan. Did they up my plan without my?
They did it.
Son of a bitch! Like, I bet you're paying more. Cut that freaking plan.
You don't have the 2 hour cutoff anymore. So
wow, there you go. We could just talk forever.
How's the new place look?
Yeah, when's our new place coming?
When we going about that on Tuesday?
I have a walkthrough on Monday. We're going to look at the place and see if it works out.
We are going to end up freaking homeless is what's going to end up happening.
Dude, I will make sure that we have a place to broadcast, even if it's in a closet that has a desk, 3 microphones. You'll be able to do it. There'll be no windows. There's kind of bars.
We're going to end up with the hobos at the steelworks.
Yeah.
The houses.
It's okay. We don't need any of this glitz, right?
We're gonna end up underneath the Market Street Bridge with hobos.
That would be the best show we ever did. I bet you. It would. Yeah.
I'd watch.
It would.
They did invite us down to come to City Hall and do a broadcast outside of City Hall
they
again.
didn't.
No, these aren't people in City Hall. These are our fans that say we really need to do that.
We should do that. I'm in on that. I was going to say, Derek would down to not call you and say, hey, bring Luke and Isaac to do it.
Yeah, Derek has not talked to me in a little while.
He hates it. He's done. He's done with us.
What do you think of his posting the other day, by the way?
Which one?
About the water bill?
I didn't read it.
I love that
Seriously?
post.
What did he say?
I actually reached out to him. I thought I had mad respect.
Okay, so here's the long and short of it. So for the last, so the city of Youngstown got money from the federal government to fix the water and sewage.
Saw that.
Okay?
Oh, I think I did read a little bit. Yeah, keep going.
And they didn't do anything with it. Prior to Derek being there, they spent that money, but
on
there was
other stuff.
Yeah, there was a prerequisite that they did all of these things. So now Derek has to deal with these things are still need done, or else
Even
they're
though the
going to
money
get
was
sod,
spent.
even though it was spent. So Derek has to raise sewer and water bills
I
to be
saw
able to
that.
pay for the improvements in the infrastructure to be compliant with the federal government regulations for the money they took 10 years, 20 years ago.
But he exposed it in a classy way.
100%.
He was transparent. I know you guys had that
Yeah, it's
discussion
huge.
with him, and he like I had mad respect for that. I actually, like I said, I reached out to him. Like, that's the way you be a leader. Now, if he stays in long enough and he achieves his goals,
Yeah.
then he's a man of his word. What's wrong with that post?
Yeah.
I'm sure people didn't like his opinion. I'm sure
It's
people are
shitty
mad.
information. Like, it's hard to read that
But
my water
he's-
bill's going to go
He
up.
inherited that.
Yep.
That's not like good for him. Like, I think that's
People won't agree with it
Mhm.
because they don't want their money going. They don't want to spend more money, and they
Um,
will hate Derek for it.
They had a shit ton of money from those grants, from the American Rescue Plan,
Mhm.
and they
And they
put it
use it
into
in-
things that weren't infrastructure.
Chocan? Was that one of them? Did they put it in? Is that
It's part of the portfolio of shit boxes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's going to be a tough haul. But at least we like Jimmy was saying that we have a dude in there that'll tell you things that are hard to hear, just so that you can orient and you know why it's happening. He did not shy
full
from it.
disclosure.
Yep.
Versus the
I-
past with freaking Tito where they do shit and not tell
I
anybody. at all.
compliment him
Fair,
very
fair,
much for that.
fair.
absolutely.
Fair. Speaking of nerds, the Furies were the
Furries.
Furries were on the bike path.
What's wrong with furries?
Huh?
What's wrong with furries?
Nothing. Dude, are you a furry?
I'm
You're
not a
little,
furry.
You're a little fucking chipmunk.
He's
aren't you?
defensive right now.
Listen, what I do on my weekend is
Jim's a
none
little
of
drunk.
your business. None.
Joe's a furry. It's okay. I'm fucking dominating you right now, looking right above your head.
Son of a bitch. Where's my pen?
Now I'm peeing on you.
Dude, Jimmy, what did you walk
Dude, wait,
into?
the window washer's over there just gave me a weird look when I went. There's a window washer right now. Hey, how's it going?
He's ignoring you
Oh,
like he
he's
should.
ignoring me. He's like, he is
In
not
his
a fan.
zone.
Damn MLO
The
brothers.
Window washer does not like me. Council kicked the can for years and some are running again in 2027. Yeah. Dude, council fucked up so many things. The other thing that Mill Creek Park thing, talk about kicking the can with the sewer stuff. Did you ever hear about that?
Mm-mm.
They had to fix that sewer since like 1993
Yeah,
in
it's
Mill
what
Creek
part of
Park.
what we just said.
Yeah. Oh, is
Yeah.
that it?
Yeah.
That's one of the
That is
That's one
part
of the
of the
reasons,
money
yeah.
that they got 20 years ago.
No shit. I thought it was
They
the
never
water
did.
bills.
Well, it's part of the water bills.
Water
but
bills are
sewers,
to pay for it, to fund
yeah,
it.
because they're bringing sewage and also rainwater out through the same system that's making its way into the park when that shit should have been upgraded 20 years ago.
20 years ago. And the price kept going up and up and up because they never did anything.
Yeah.
What a bunch of assholes.
They effed it big time.
You wonder why Young
And now he's carrying the bag, and he did
Yeah.
make an announcement. Like, I respect that.
I follow
You
that
gotta-
now. Sorry. Wow, that is crazy. Well, I don't know.
Let's get out of here.
You ready to go? I got to go home. It's
It's 11
Friday.
o'clock.
It's Friday. It's 11 o'clock. It's a long day. All right, Jimmy, thank you for coming on our show.
Thank you,
I'm
guys.
sorry if you take any slack. If I know no realtors are going to talk to you anymore. But however,
Possible.
you have two realtors that will work with you whenever you need to buy a house.
That was a segue. Right?
That was a segue, huh?
That was
Wait a
real
minute.
good.
Looking at your forehead. Looking at your forehead.
Whatever you
I'm
say,
dominating
whatever you
Jimmy
say.
right now.
Oh.
And then you have realtors and loan officers. That'll do it.
There you
So and then also Joe is a Machiavelli fan and also does a podcast.
I'm a
You do
little
all
dark,
kinds of podcasts. Little dark,
soulless.
soulless. He is a
Yes,
he
I
is a
am.
chipmunk furry on the weekends.
Yep, with a butt plug with a tail on it.
With the
Every
tail.
weekend.
I'm sorry, it's too long.
That's
Now
what I
it's been
pictured.
too-
I'm sorry.
starting to lose it now. We've been doing this for too long. And if you want to do a podcast, have you ever have anybody called do podcasts?
Heck yeah. I get constant incoming requests to do podcasts because of what you said.
But nobody ever comes.
No, they do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why don't we ever see them?
They listen, this is like special time. From 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, that's your time.
Yeah.
Outside of that, that's when the normie, the peasants come in, and that's when they do their stuff.
The
These
plebs.
guys are
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah.
They're boring. They're talking about like mortgages and shit like that. You get realtors.
Nobody cares.
Did any realtors call you lately to come on podcast?
They early on, realtors said, "Hey, I want to do something like what they're doing." I'm like,
Can't do it.
I don't know. Like, it's a boring topic. You have to have a special personality to make it interesting, and financiers and realtors,
Dude.
just not interesting.
You know what works? I do the clip like 30-second clips on my own little channel, and I'll get like 100 views, and I get a deal every now and again out of it. But like just an hour talking about real estate, oh my god,
I would kill myself.
yeah, that'd be bad. Jimmy,
Yes.
car culture. Give your elevator speech.
If you come to car culture, you're granted immortal life.
Mortal life.
That's good.
That's a
That's a
good.
good one.
Guaranteed
feature.
into heaven.
Wow.
Going to heaven.
I don't know.
Dude,
Wait,
that's why I
did
go
they
to
say
car culture. I'm trying to
car-
save my soul.
Yes.
They said car salesmen lie. Like that was
Yeah, that was
the
good.
topic.
Keep going.
That
Keep
was
going.
good.
These are good. These are good.
Cheapest cars you'll ever find.
You almost had me.
The cars don't
Keep a
break
little-
down.
I just need a little bit more. Eternal
Yeah.
salvation and living forever.
Cars
Eternity.
don't break down. Cheapest cars ever.
Mhm.
Most
Most things are free. Like
most
when you
things are for you go in there free.
just pick what you want.
BJ, don't clip that, please.
Shut down
Oh,
the government.
I want the deal that you guys are talking about on the
I mean,
radio.
we could really go there. Hey, let's say you're an $8 billion guy looking for a hooker. They got him at car culture.
Doesn't even make sense. Doesn't make
He
sense.
has hookers at car culture.
Do you have hookers at car culture?
No, we do not.
No donuts. No hookers.
No champagne.
Freaking
No
place.
champagne. Son of a bitch.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, your soul's saved, but you won't get
Yeah,
hookers.
you could live forever and your soul is saved. You're good.
Okay. Sorry, Jim. Jim has just lost all his business. Jim just lost all his business.
Yeah, are you guys hiring Joe?
See, he was afraid and he had no reason to be until right now.
Right then, when I said clip it, car culture has hookers. And then also thanks to our other sponsors, Sander Solutions, Menchie's,
Southside Recycling.
Southside Recycling, the Canfield Scaregrounds are coming. We're going to do all kinds of stuff with them. There is sex in the finance office.
You didn't make that claim. Is that true?
Is that your finance office?
That's
guy?
after
Is that
Are
your
you
finance
an-
guy?
Just me. That's after hours.
Are you an
Don't be putting
investigative
our secrets
reporter?
out there.
You know,
Yeah,
message me.
I'll be the vindicator tomorrow.
So everybody, we'll be back on Tuesday. Isaac should be back, hopefully, if he gets off the deserted island he's on. Thanks to Jimmy for coming in. We'll do this. I'll be back on again. We'll start having Jimmy on once a month or something like that. It'd be fun.
Let him talk more, though. I think we dominated
Did
too
we?
much. So I think
I think-
you need next time to come with what we talk about.
That's fair.
Okay.
Dominating him right now. Dominating him. You don't want to hold on. Put my hand under the table. I'm dominating him.
Listen, this is the wrong way. It's not any of the sales literature.
Yeah, that wasn't in the brochure.
No, HR is on the phone right now.
You're lucky Isaac wasn't.
Yeah.
You think I'm bad, dude? Isaac will sexually harass you just right live on the air.
Isaac's tough because I feel bad. Like he invited me on a long time, and I should have come on with him, but me and him think a lot alike.
He and I.
Don't
Yeah,
say.
I'm
I would
sorry.
never say you think like Isaac.
We do.
How
because
often does Isaac sexually harass you?
Every day.
Every
every
day.
single day.
Every day.
he's altruistic, and he's a little naive because he's young, but that's how I see the world, and he sees it the same way.
Joe and I are bitter, broken people.
See,
Yes,
but
I
he's
love
sort of like he's elusive because sometimes, like when we walk to the bathroom and he asks me if I want him to hold it, I don't know. I don't know if he's just trying to be helpful or if that was in advance. I don't know. He does it in a way that makes me question things.
So funny. So, anyways, guys, we're gonna get out of here. We'll be back. It's been a long one. We'll be back Tuesday at 9:00. See you guys online. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook.